How's everyone doing today? Thanks so much for having me, Chris, and thanks for doing this. This is a little bit of an experiment, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're going to see how it goes. For those of you who aren't aware, I did do one face cam stream a few months ago for Mijiwan, but this is the first real face cam stream for me, and hopefully not the last. I've been wanting to stream PolyTitans finals for a while now, but scheduling was just always the biggest concern. You know, and they're just duking it out for 45 turns. We've had a couple of matches on PolyTitans take upwards of 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, we should be avoiding that here. None of these matchups are particularly stalled out, but we are trying to cover the range of play styles as well. So we have some aggressive tribes and then some tribes that really like to play defensively and back up to markets. So we're going to see how that goes. We're currently working on getting the finals set up right now.
Oh, Chris, I don't think they can see my face. Can you see my face? I'm looking at the stream and I don't see it.
No, I don't think they can see your face.
Oh, bummer.
Wait, hang on. If you, let me fix that briefly.
Yeah, I went through all the trouble to put my camera on and my light, and I set everything up.
No, I'm gonna fix it. Hang on.
Okay, cool.
I just have to crop it properly.
Yeah.
Okay, let me.
I know OBS is challenging. Ah, there, I see myself coming in. Great.
We're just should be here.
Oh, they're saying Chris is too quiet. Okay.
I can turn myself up. That is very on your stream or on mine.
I think it's on mine. Ram says you're too quiet. Let me try.
Okay.
Let me try something. Say something, Chris.
Hello.
You're still quiet. All right, let me work on that. Thanks, Ram. User volume. I'm going to turn you up. Okay, Chris, say something again.
All right, we're trying this again. Hopefully it works.
Is that any better, Ram? Keep saying stuff, Chris. Talk about your favorite ice cream flavor.
Favorite ice cream flavor? What about I talk about my favorite matchup here?
Okay.
We're going to be seeing Hudrick versus Yadek, and this is one of those matchups that I really like because not only are we going to see this probably in the World Championships, but also it's a completely different game plan between the players. So one player is really going to be trying to be the aggressor and expand quickly, and that's usually going to be Yadek. And the Hudrick player is going to have to try to survive because their whole goal is to make it to that late game and get their markets going and eventually try to work their way back. Is that Yadek can do it all. They can get in the water, they can get their Eye of God, they can also scale up with their own markets with the right setup, and they can do it quite quickly. So Hudrick has a tall task in front of them to try to fight back, and we're going to see if they're going to be able to do it. still having some technical difficulties on the challenge mode side of things. If you guys don't know, challenger mode, great platform for hosting these tournaments, but sometimes, technical difficulties arise.
Do you need help? What's going on? I can try to help.
Yeah, so right now they're trying to see the game. They're trying to see the matches in the game. Like, they're both considered to be ready, but
you have to press start. You have to start it.
It says the match has started.
Okay, let me see.
Both. But they can't see the game.
It's because round 1 is still going. You have to assign Meisterlampe the win, and you have to assign. You want me to do it, or are you going to do it?
I think I should be able to do it.
So yeah, round 1 is going. There you go.
And now we'll do this.
There you go.
Okie dokie.
Now they both have to ready up, and they should be able to start. Yeah. We had to do the fake winners because challenger mode is required to have 4 players in a tournament, so we put in some dummy players, and those were still going. So you had to force win those.
So now I should just start the finals match.
If they're ready, yeah. If they're ready to go, then you can start. Yep. So we have what? Meisterlampe and Viking the cat. They're ready to go?
Yeah. I'm just waiting on their confirmation that they're both ready to go because we've got a crazy series ahead of us. Espark, tell me a bit about Meister because you are the Arctic Wolves team leader, so you probably know a thing or two.
Yeah, so Meisterlampe is widely considered to be the best player alive today, currently playing. That's debatable, of course, but in my opinion, he's definitely top 5. He's very experienced. He's really smart. He's been playing probably longer than anyone else in the current group of top players. He's been playing since the game started. And he made it really far in the last World Championship. He was the Luxador champion, and he made it to the semifinals. So, experienced, qualified, smart. He's great.
And I can definitely talk a little bit about Viking because actually our history of playing matches together goes way back. He might not even remember this because he's been in the community a bit longer than I have. But I think about 3 years ago there was a Christmas Bullet Championship, which had a bunch of the Bullet champions showing up to play against each other. And back then I was, very new to the community, and I was still learning the ropes. But I had won a couple of Bullet tournaments, and so I got paired against Viking in my first round, and I ended up winning. Now it's Bullet, so take that with a grain of salt. But Viking at the time, so 3 years ago, Viking was considered one of the best live game players to ever do it. And he kind of took a break from playing live games. He wasn't really competing in the tournaments.
I think we can start when we're ready, Chris. We just have to press the start button.
Yep. I'm just waiting for confirmation. It looks like we're both ready to go. So let's get this one going.
All right. Now we're doing spectator mode, so we should both be able to see. You should see the game pop up on your screen momentarily. They're not ready, so they both have to ready up.
Yep.
And remind me again, it's best of 5? Best of 7? I think it's best of 7.
Yeah, I think it's best of 7. Yeah, it's best of 7. So 3.
Tell the players they have to ready up. Both of them, it says they're not ready.
Yeah, make sure you guys ready up. Then the game will show up for us, and we can jump in there. Because I don't currently see the game as available to spectate.
No, it's not because neither of them are ready. Okay, Viking is ready. Good job, Viking!
Yay! All right, that's one.
Meisterlampe. Wait, they can't hear us, right?
I don't think so.
Unless they're on the stream. Don't watch the stream. No stream sniping.
Don't cheat.
Okay, I think
there
okay, here we go.
Awesome.
So they have to pick their tribe. Once they pick their tribe, then we should be able to watch. I like spectator mode. It's so great. So, do you know the history of spectator mode?
I know some of it, but I'd love to hear it from your end because you were like maybe a little bit more involved.
Yeah, so I know Funny and I got to test it out. So the last World Championship 2025, they developed it for that. So we first tried it for the face-offs in 2025, and before that, we were messing around with it. They were like, "Okay, try it out," and there's hotkeys. But the great thing is, you can see both players. It's like a replay happening it in real time. You can go back. You can look at the tech tree. You can even like remove the fog. Okay, here we go.
And here we go, game one, starting off. We've got Meister, we've got Viking, we've got Luxador versus IMO. Eastpark, tell me what your impressions of the matchup are just going into it.
So, right, IMO starts with Mindbender and Philosophy, so techs are cheap. Some people go with Meditation right away to go for that Altar of Peace early. It's all about how quickly you meet the opponent. What do you think?
So we are having Luxador skip turn 0 in this matchup. That is to balance host advantage because the host player gets to move first. But Luxador has a bigger capital. They start with 4 stars per turn instead of the usual 2. So they make 2 extra stars when they skip turn 0 compared to the average tribe. And this is important because we evaluated that we thought IMO was the stronger tribe. So not only are we making Lux skip turn 0, but they're not actually considered to be the stronger tribe on lakes. So we're balancing this because Luxador has this really cool opening where because they skip turn 0, they have 4 extra stars to work with compared to 2 extra stars compared to most normal tribes. And it looks like we're going to see the bonus called from Viking here. So what this means for those of you who are not aware is each side is going to have one bonus restart per game, and that means they don't like their spawn, they don't want to play it out, and so we are going to be canceling the match. And
yeah. So this is something we haven't tried in the bullet. We don't use bonus restarts in the bullet. So this is kind of a new, almost like a new experiment, trying out to see. And as far as I'm aware, the World Championship also does not allow restarts. So this is a special rule just for the PolyTitans that they are allowed to have a bonus restart. Now, the hard part is going to be restarting it in the challenger mode. I think Reddish told you how you can cancel a match and start it over.
Yes, and now it should be open again and players should be able to rejoin the match. So, what is a bonus restart? If by turn 3, one of the players does not like their spawn, for the host player it's by their turn 4 because they skipped turn 0. If by that point one of the players does not like their spawn, they can elect to restart. And this ensures that we are not seeing those games where one player has just an absolutely horrific spawn and just doesn't want to play it out.
They could have 2 horrific spawns. It's not impossible, but it's less likely. It's less likely.
Exactly.
Viking is not ready. Tell Viking he has to ready up.
And I think we are going to be good to go here in a second.
Yeah, Viking has to ready up again in challenger mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, the benefit.
A little bit.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say the benefit to doing a bonus restart is, yeah, you're less likely to just have a spawn win. But you know, it's not a guarantee. Bad spawns can happen multiple times.
Viking just says he does not see a game. Meister coming in, helping us out here a little bit.
Yeah, so again,
it looks like 57% of people think Meister is winning the finals. That's not super high. And I
That's
think
pretty
for a good
even.
reason here.
That's pretty even.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we
I
got
think.
Ram Dingler in the chat. Congratulations to Ram Dingler on winning the Yadak tribe spot. Well done.
Yeah, nice work.
Okay,
Should be.
here we go. Next game.
There we go.
Let's see how this looks. So again, we're doing
So
the
Viking.
host skip turn 0. Yeah, that's to balance it out, the advantage, host advantage. So again,
And now.
Viking is IMO, Meisterlampe is purple Luxador, which makes sense. He was the Luxador champ last year, so that's easy to remember.
He was. And we got nice animals for
Both of
Viking
them.
as IMO here.
I mean, Luxador always starts with the same resources, but yeah, it looks like IMO's gonna get hunting first.
Yeah. And that's actually great. I mean, IMO is one of those tribes where if you see early potential for sawmills and you don't have to contest objectives with your opponents,
Yeah.
you don't have to go after those middle villages, you can get into markets really quick.
Yeah, Viking's got to be happy with this setup. But Luxador's going to get an early ruin, which, you know, could be significant. So we'll have to see how that ruin affects things for Luxador.
The replay is not, or the game's not playing out for me. Let me.
Oh, just go out and come back again.
Yeah.
So
There we go. Perfect.
we'll see if he's going to get an
Early.
explorer here. Yes, here's an explorer, and they meet. Oh, with fishing. Oh, that's great, because then the explorer can go on water. And he gets a lighthouse.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, he's got to be happy. He's got to be happy. He sees his opponent and gets a lighthouse. That's great for Luxador.
It looks like neither player is bonusing here, so this is going to be our game one.
Woo!
And we're seeing that warrior from Meister creeping up towards the north. This is definitely going for the lighthouse. Luxador is one of those tribes where you just need a couple of lighthouses to get your game plan started because they enable the giant. Meanwhile, workshops galore coming out for IMO. Oh my goodness, Star Ruin on turn 5.
Whoa!
I think this is going to be the giant.
Oh my gosh. That is so good for Luxador. And like you said, he's sending the warrior up to the north. We know on lakes maps there has to be land all the way around. So that warrior will get the lighthouse in a couple turns. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. This is such a fast start, right? The turn 5 giant plus you still have enough stars after that giant comes out to get a level 4 city on your second city, but he's going to go for hunting, not going to go for the port opening, and this is going to allow him to then go into forestry before he gets his second or his third city, and that's so smooth. I really like that.
Chris, my face cam's off. Can you fix it?
Your face cam is off.
I'm looking on the screen and I'm like not centered. It's like black partially.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can fix that.
So we have the Luxador giant. Here's another explorer for IMO. And now IMO meets Lux, gets good vision. He gets a lay of the land. So Viking's got to figure out how is he going to counter this giant. I'm thinking archers because he already has hunting. But we'll see how Viking decides to deal with this.
Yeah, I really like archery usually, but we could also see, math, or we could see him go actually just straight into riding, and the giant's going to be a little bit slow. It's got to come all the way from his capital. So it's one of those situations where actually, despite this early giant from Luxador, Viking still has a lot of options on his side about how he's going to deal with the pressure that's probably going to come in. But I think above all, the pressure isn't maybe the most important thing here. What's maybe most important is that Meister just has this really fast economic start.
Oh, look at that. He put the giant in a port. It's a juggernaut. It's going to come across. Oh, I wonder if the Mindbender's going to find it.
That would be so awesome. Oh my gosh, I would love to see that.
So yeah, just to clarify, people were asking. So Meisterlampe is purple Luxador, and Viking the cat is IMO teal, just to clarify the players. So yeah, IMO going for forestry and probably
There it is.
sawmills. Again, I don't see any archers yet, but just building up the cities for now.
Hmm. And this is going to be a really interesting position. I think we are going to see archery, excuse me, like you were talking about, because Meister, he's staring at these two middle villages, and neither of them are that close to the rest of his
Yeah.
setup. So he wants to pick up at least one of them because he already has forestry. He can get into mathematics and try to get a giant right in the center. And if we look at Viking side of the equation, he's got this strip of water between him and those villages, so he can't really control them.
And it's interesting because Meisterlampe got the North Lighthouse, but he didn't even need it. He's like
No,
got
he
this
did
hanging
not.
pop. But that village up there is nice with the two animals. And there's a ruin up in the northeast that he could get later, but it's not the priority.
No, not the priority yet. But what I think it's showing about both of these players is how they play around variance. Even though Meister didn't end up needing that lighthouse, he would have needed it if not for
Yeah.
good fortune of the Star Ruin.
The other thing
And you're
I'm
gonna see that.
noticing is both of them, they're not fighting yet, right? They're not aggressive tribes. Both, like in my experience, Meisterlamp is a very deliberate, slow. He is not usually an aggressive player. He likes to build up his economy, plan long term.
He's Spark ramming.
Ah!
City snipe. Turn 8.
Wow. What was I saying? He's not an aggressive player. I take it back.
He's not an aggressive player unless you give him the opportunity of a lifetime. The Mind
That's
Reader
it.
is one shot by the rammer.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't think Meister
He's
can
gonna
do
lose
it.
that. He's gonna lose that city. Imo can't get it back. There's no way.
And now the Giant's sliding in as well.
Oh.
This is such a good turn of events
Oh.
for Meister.
Meister, you.
And now he's going to full chop. Just going to eke out the extra 1 star, 2 stars per turn from the workshop. And this is such a bleak position for Viking, but he's going to play it out.
He's not giving up. He
No.
can see as well as we can. He can't get that city back, at least not right away. Math, okay.
Now mathematics,
Gonna get some
yes.
catapults to defend against. But, so it's interesting. Meisterlamp's on the water, right? He's got a navy.
He does, but it is confined. It's confined to that one section of the map and huge
Borders.
for Viking.
That's great because
Look
the
at
borders cut off the village and the territory that Luxador would have gained. So that's smart. I like it.
Exactly. So Viking, he's going to play this one out. He's got a really nice, massive sawmill spot on that border growth city. So he's going to be able to get multiple giants. And what that means is despite this amazing city snipe from Meister that just happened, Viking has this great late game potential that he can play for. So the game, despite shifting drastically in Meister's favor, is actually not over.
No.
And honestly, it's never over against IMO. IMO is one of those tribes where they can just pick the option that fits the situation best, and sometimes that option just wins them the game.
Yeah, it's not over. Viking's not giving up. And he has, again, catapults. He can get some catapults. He can grow his cities. So we'll see. But you never know. But it looks like Luxador is going to expand into the east and not have any, problem taking over the eastern territory.
No, and this is such great foresight from Meister. He picks up fishing early. Not only does he want the explorer,
Is he going to
but
get
he
the...
also wants to be able to expand.
No lighthouse in the south for him, though. He probably wanted that.
No lighthouse. And it reveals another kind of problem for Meister here, which is that Viking is land connected to all of his villages.
Yeah.
In a really smooth, easy fashion.
Yeah.
Whereas for Meister, he's going to have to use these rafts
Yeah.
and get over to that side of the map.
Yeah, it's interesting the way the water plays out. Like you said, Viking has land connection. He doesn't need a navy. So, we'll see. I mean, we don't see any catapults yet, but I expect catapults from Viking to help deal with the navy. We'll see.
Exactly.
And Meister has to be
now
thinking
that
how's
we're
he's going to get another giant in the capital. We'll see how that goes.
Well, he's already setting up his port connections.
Mm-hmm.
So with riders and roads and just a few roads, he's going to be able to pick up his Grand Bazaar,
Mm-hmm.
and that will definitely help him out. But what he has to deal with here is the mounting pressure in the center from Viking. For those of you who aren't aware, when you make a giant in a city, it's going to push out the unit that's in the city. And what we see really commonly from top players is they'll make a giant, and then if they have the ability to, they'll make a second giant in the same
He's
city
only
that's
got
gonna
2
push
stars
the
left, but
giant
next
out.
turn he can. Yeah.
Exactly. So what we're going to see is, despite Viking not having roads, that giant he made in the center is going to be accompanied by a second giant, and that first giant is going to be right next to Meister's city right away.
Yeah, but
So
he's
gonna
got that
have
juggernaut there to
threat.
help, so we'll see how that juggernaut comes into play. He can land it. We'll see. We'll see what he does with it.
Yeah, we'll see. I think he might just go straight for the capital because Viking really, he has a weak capital, and Meister isn't under pressure. So imagine he makes a catapult or something of that sort in the west. What is Viking going to do about that?
Yeah, right. So it depends on where Luxador sends the juggernaut. If it threatens the capital, then Viking has to pivot to put resource into saving the capital. Because once you lose the capital, that's it. Game over. We've seen.
And now we see the giant push. Viking, he's able to eke it out with some chops, and that is going to be a big problem for Meister, who, despite having this great city that he stole from Viking, may end up being down cities once Viking makes progress in the center of the map. So it's up to Meister here to use his economic advantage to respond.
Let's see. I'm really curious to see where that juggernaut's going to go. Okay, he's keeping it in the water for now. But he still can send it either way. He can send it to defend his center city, or he can send it to threaten the capital. What do you think he's going to do with that juggernaut?
I think it's going to help defend his center city. I think he's probably going to go into mathematics or archery here and get some ranged units out. If he can defend that center city with, say, a wall or something, he's going to...
Oh, archery, yes. Because if he lands that juggernaut and a forest, now it'll have a defense bonus. So archery makes a lot of sense.
And it also generates this great attack over in the west. That one archer is already putting a ton of pressure on Viking's position.
Yeah.
And Viking is probably now going to need to put his stars into getting a giant in his capital.
Yes.
Which is really expensive.
But he can do it. He can do it because he has the lumber huts and he can place a sawmill. So it's not impossible. But you're right, like you said, it's expensive.
Exactly. It's one of those things where Meister, he's calm, he's cool, he's calculated. He's looking at the position and saying, if Viking has to make a giant in his capital, that's a ton of wasted stars. Viking does not want to do that. He doesn't want to do that.
But that archer and the 2 warriors is putting pressure on the capital, and he could either pivot and take the city, threaten the city in the west instead. So it's a nice way to threaten both cities at the same time.
Exactly. And now Viking's going to have to play really, really carefully. But look at that play. Oh my gosh. This is the stuff we see.
This is great. Because putting that hut there again, he can put the sawmill on either side and benefit from it. And because if Meisterlampe had stepped on it, he couldn't put the hut there.
Exactly. That is just...
I like that.
Oh my gosh. Chef's kiss.
Yes.
Chef's kiss.
Yes. It's like anticipating what your opponent is going to anticipate you doing. It's great.
Exactly. And this is what we're going to see all series long from these players. They've actually duked it out before in this tournament, and those matches were phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
I actually showcased one of them on the channel. Beautiful play from both sides in that game. We're not going to see a repeat of that matchup, so no Hudrik Imo, but we are going to see both of those tribes featured individually.
Yeah, y'all should go check out the other videos for PolyTitans. They're, again, the best of the best players in Polytopia. Like, cream of the crop.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun reaching out to everybody and kind of building that community out. And for those of you looking to play for the World Championship, please watch those games. Please reach out to these players. They are a lot of them are always willing to help out and help new players improve. And above all, if you watch their gameplay, you'll learn what the top players are doing.
Oh, look, here we
And
see a
big
siege
coming out.
with sailing, right? So Meisterlampe got sailing to get that additional range. Oh, he's going to... Okay, so he's hitting the west, but he doesn't have enough attack to take it. So just poised and moving in. Wow. I think, okay, Meisterlampe is looking really strong here, right? This is looking
He's got a commanding position.
Yeah.
He's got a very, very strong position.
He also controls more of the map, just like from a grand scheme of things.
He does. And he's going to be up cities, and with sailing, we're going to see Viking really, really struggling. But he's going to step on 2 ruins. He's got 2 ruins coming in next turn. He's got this really, really deep catapult that's going to help defend his position. And it doesn't look like anything is going to be happening quite yet.
Look, a wall.
Wall coming out. Nice.
Okay, Viking's not giving up that city. He wants to keep it. He said, nope, that's my city. You cannot have it. Put in a wall.
And his giant marching in towards the east. Meister may have taken that city with the warrior for this turn specifically, but it looks like it's going to be really hard for him to get a giant there.
Well,
that city has exactly 1 population to its name right
Does he have the ability to get some monuments there? How could he? Is there a way he could get a giant? I don't... Roads?
The problem is his port connections. He doesn't have a way to get Grand Bazaar because his techs are quite expensive, and he only has...
He doesn't even have riding. He doesn't even have riding. He can't get roads. Exactly. He has 24 stars. Okay, so Grand Bazaar is not an option. He doesn't have climbing, so we don't know where the mines are for him. I mean, we can see it from Viking's side, but he doesn't know where the mines are. So he's pondering his options. I wonder if he's going to get navigation. He has 2 units on Starfish.
I think that was his plan all along, was to try to get into navigation. A bomber near Viking's capital would be really, really good. It's hard to hit, and eventually it'll be in just a really unstoppable position.
Yeah.
However, it's super expensive, and both players are playing really, really tightly with their economy.
But he's on 2 Starfish, so he'll get some stars back if he goes with navigation. So it's not as expensive as it could be. And he does have that raft within range of the capital. So there it is. Okay.
There it is.
There it is. Okay, going for the Starfish. Is he going to turn that raft into a bomber? Maybe next turn.
I think it'd be a little too expensive.
It's too early for now. Turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, moving the giant in. So that delays, that keeps that city for a little while.
Yes. So he's going to be able to hang on to that really, really crucial central city. And despite how this position looks, we've got Meister, who's at this point is sitting on 7 cities, or 8 cities, I should say. 9 cities, actually, if you count the city the Vikings about to take. Versus Viking, who has 4 cities. So over double the city count, but Viking's not out of it at all. Because Meister might have expanded really, really well. We expected that from Luxador. But IMO responds. They always respond, and in this case, they're responding by having more tech, or better tech, I should say, and the ability to get really cheap giants. And in Viking's case, he's going to have these 2 ruins. Oops, stars! Population! Oh my goodness. Wow.
He's got to be happy with that.
Oh. If I were Viking in this position, I'd be looking at this and saying, this couldn't have been a better rune result. I mean, there's just so many things that are now opened up for Viking here. Giant capital, the pressure's gone. And now, beautiful sawmill spots on that side of the map as well. Going to be taking the city from Meister right away. Catapult in the center of the map. You can't even stop it. There's nothing to be done. And Meister's got to be looking at this and saying, hang on, like, I'm not really winning right now. I've got to work for this. But he does have question will then become, he can hang on, he can defend, but can he win? Because, remember guys, this is just the opening stages of the game. We're on turn 13, and neither player has gone for that late game strategy of getting markets. But in terms of who is positioned to do that, it is Viking. Viking has mathematics already. He has philosophy. And that means that Meister is actually behind in the late game if it gets there. So Meister's thinking to himself, I need to win, and I need to win in the next few turns, or else Viking is going to be in an unstoppable position. What do you think, E-Spark?
Hold on, I'm distracted. I'm trying to work on the volume because people were still talking about the sound. So for the last 2 minutes, I wasn't paying attention. Y'all, is that better with the Chris's volume?
Meister continuing.
It's better. Okay, good.
Progress.
Sorry. Okay, volume is fixed. Let's go.
Yay! And Forrest mentioned this earlier, that Meister still wanted the lighthouse to get an extra giant in his capital, and he was absolutely right. There is the second giant, there's the third giant actually for Meister in his capital. And now we are hopefully seeing. Second giant. Yeah, second giant. And now the lighthouse comes out for Viking.
Okay.
And that means that the giant in his capital is approaching very quickly. Gonna get organization for capture. What do we think Viking's doing with organization here?
You know, I have to think this is a long-term plan for strategy and cloaks, because as long as you get big fat cities, cloaks can be like, long-term. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. We'll see.
I'm seeing him using organization right now to get this giant in
get
the
another
West.
giant.
But I absolutely agree with you that we're going to see probably defenders from Viking, because when we think about how does Viking reclaim the water eventually, it's going to be with defenders. Mm-hmm. His water access is among the poorest we've seen on lakes. Just really
poor meditation. Oh dear. Meditation. Oh, he's not got. He cannot like that. Meditation is not.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, okay.
I'm putting a poll out.
Okay. Was meditation good or bad? I mean, what? Philosophy?
Will Meister get philosophy?
I don't think at this point. I don't know. Meisterlampe's very smart.
Guys, let me know in
He'll
the chat.
This.
Will Meister
get philosophy
in this game?
We'll see.
Will we see the double IMO battle? I don't know what color that is because I'm colorblind, but whatever color.
No, Chris. Oh my gosh, you're like the fourth person now I know of in Poly Champions who's colorblind. I know about 10% of people with the Y chromosome are red-green colorblind. By the way, it's very common.
Yeah.
But Arthur's also colorblind. Anyways.
And Arthur said I'm handsome. Thank you, Arthur. I appreciate
it. Shout out to Arthur. Let's go. World champion.
Arthur, world champion last year, also on PolyTitans. He's actually won one of our tournaments. So,
all right.
If you guys thought it was a fluke, it was not.
So Meisterlampe upgrading his cities, focusing on his economy. Yeah, I mean, what do you think about his economy? For Luxador, I feel like at this point in the game, it could be stronger.
It definitely could be. I'm not hating it though. 32 stars per turn means he's got flexibility. If he wants to start making bombers eventually, he can. And we can see based on Viking's vision right now that he's actually going to have a really hard time dealing with bombers that are placed in the fog on that side of the lake. So Viking has some nice attacking options here. And Meister's, I think, barely going to be able to hang on to his central city for this turn. But going forward, not so much. I mean, that catapult is just really hard to touch, and Viking's got catapults on both sides of the map, and with his stars per turn, it's only 22, I know, but techs are cheap. He's only got 5 cities, and as soon as he captures a city, the floodgates are going to open. We're going to see trade. We're going to see markets. And his economy's going to explode. Yeah,
we don't see any markets yet for either of them. Once that happens, there'll be a lot more, they'll be flush with cash. But
exactly.
So the dynamic is really interesting here because Luxador is on the water. Again, we're probably going to see some bombers, but then we have catapults and land-based techs for. It's really interesting of the water versus the land going on here.
Yeah, Meister was forced into the water early to try to get his giant and to try to expand into the east. And it's helping him in terms of having navigation, in terms of getting those starfish, in terms of getting those.
And he had that early rammer that kind of put some pressure on. That was great.
Exactly. But now he's facing the reality of early water, which is that you really struggle once your opponent puts together a strong land-based attack.
So he is able to unsiege. Like you said, he can keep that middle city, at least for the moment. But with that catapult there, that catapult is going to kill anything he makes. He cannot train anything in that middle city.
Yeah, but Meister, despite how rough this is starting to look, right? We didn't think necessarily that Meister was going to be able to keep that city in the west.
Yeah.
I think Meister's been preparing both mentally and on the board for losing that city at some point.
Yeah, he hasn't. He still has it. Well, I was preparing for Viking the Cat to give up, like on turn 5 when that rammer dropped in the city. But Viking is like, nope, he's not giving up. Neither of them. They're both still fighting hard. I love it.
Viking is one of those players who, from my experience, has some of the strongest mental fortitude of any pro player in the game right now. I've seen him play out positions that looks completely
there's our first bomber. There it is.
Yes.
Woo!
And this is such a good bomber. This is such a great bomber.
Yes.
For Meister because Viking can't touch it. 1, 2. It's going to help pick away at those giants, and it's going to do so efficiently because it's going to hit all the units behind it as well.
And it has supporting units, right? There's a Juggernaut coming up. There's a Scout, and then there's 2 rafts. So it's the thing is, like bombers, like giants by themselves, they're not great, but with supporting units, they're really tough. And you know what? This line of scouts reminds me of like we call it like a firing squad, but it's a firing squad in the water. I like it.
Yeah, Meister's one of those players who, when he gets the opportunity, he loves to spam range units and just rain down fire upon his opponent.
Yeah.
And in this case, he's able to do it from the water.
Oh, here we see riding, which is probably mostly for roads, right? I don't think riders are going to be a huge help, but roads are going to be really good for Luxador here.
I think Meister's also eyeing that late game of trying to get knights going because that's really the only counter here to Viking's setup.
Oh, so Viking has roads, right? Who picked up roads? Wait a minute.
Yeah, Viking just picked up roads
to
capture, and he's definitely looking for trade here eventually. But for the moment, what he's definitely working on is, can I, in this position, make progress by picking away all these ranged units? And I think the answer here is Viking is just going to try to kill as many things as possible and go all in on this attack. And that is exactly what we're seeing.
He dropped a giant in there. This is putting all his chips on the table. Not really, but this is bold. This is bold because he can see all these units in the water coming up. Is he going to be able to keep that city? I don't think so. We'll see.
I think we're going to see 2 roads from Viking here and just try to kill all of the units that Meister's positioned around this central city.
There's a road. The rider's going to come in, right? The rider's there.
Giant's going down.
Yeah.
Archer's getting hit. Siege is coming down. And now the other archer is going to get taken out as well. So this is a really, really strong attack from Viking. It gives Meister the opportunity to unsiege one more time before the giant steps on the city. But Meister has to find a way to deal with that giant.
Yeah, and Meister's losing income, right? He has 2 cities being on fire. So this is hurting him financially. This is great. I like this game. This great game is so good, Chris. Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Yeah, these players are just, they wow me every time.
This is so great.
And now we see another catapult from Viking. And if Viking does what I think he's going to do, I think we're going to see a beautiful catapult push from Viking to kill that bomber.
Because he has not placed a sawmill in that city, so he definitely could get some more population. But he may want to put a market there. I don't know, but he still could place the sawmill, right? He hasn't done that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, the unsiege.
So Meister is defending.
Can he do it?
He's defending on a razor wire.
Can he kill that giant or pop a giant of his own? How's he gonna? Okay, here come the roads.
And I think.
Can he get the Grand Bazaar?
This
Wait.
is gonna connect everything. He does have Grand Bazaar.
Yeah. Okay.
So he needs.
Can he put two monuments? He's already used.
He does. Oh my gosh, he does. He has the second monument. He has Gate of Power.
He hasn't placed it?
No, he hasn't.
So he can place.
He's gonna get the giant pop in the west.
He's attacking first.
Yeah, he's gonna set everything up so that when he pushes, he's gonna have killed all the units that he can. And then he's hopefully gonna be able to find the unsiege for this 35 HP giant.
He should be able to place two monuments.
What would be truly devastating for Meister in this position is if Viking finds the catapult push and is still able to siege again. Because that would mean that Meister probably can't unsiege.
So he's probably wondering if it's worth it to put the two monuments there, if he's just going to lose it to the catapults next turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's such a tough decision if you're Meister, because you know that once Viking has that city, his capital is safe.
Yeah.
He's going to be
and he has water access. And he has water access.
Yeah.
Well, but so this I'm sitting at the edge of my seat. Are the monuments going to go there or not?
We have to find out, and we also have to find out, is Viking going to try to make use of these bridge spots as well? Because look at those two bridge spots that are helping Viking.
Okay, look!
Okay.
Okay. Monuments are coming out. We're seeing a giant. But then, so what is Viking going to do with his catapults to take back the city? There it is. Okay. Catapult action. And you said to push, right? He can put, if he wants, he can push.
I think he's going to go for it.
Oh, he doesn't need
There's
to.
the giant kill.
Okay, what's he going to do?
I think now, yes. And oh my gosh, Viking is so good. He's so good. The two roads are going to come out. He's going to get one more population in that city.
There they are. Okay.
Sawmill for the giant.
Or
the catapult.
Or he could use the monument.
East.
He has the Grand Bazaar? No. I didn't. I read that wrong.
Not yet.
Yeah. No. It was his first road connection. Okay. So he's going to put, is he going to put, there's the sawmill. Okay.
There it is. Pushed northeast.
Whoa!
Wow.
That bomber is gone.
What a beautiful play.
Oh.
And that's so satisfying, right? That catapult is an 8-star unit, and it just killed a 17-star unit. I mean, you've got to feel great if you're Viking after that play. And now the question is, does Meister have enough in this position to make something happen?
Wow.
Because this is just a comeback. This isn't even Viking winning. It isn't even him winning.
No, it's a comeback.
Battle.
No, Viking was down on cities and territory. Meisterlampe was really putting the pressure on early, but Viking hung in there, and now Viking has two giants in Meister cities, and Meister's gonna have to fight to keep them. Yeah, whoa, this is great. Definitely come back. Okay. But it isn't over. This is far from over.
Yeah, what Meister has going for him here.
Oh, what?
He's gonna resign.
I was wrong. It is over.
Wow. Oh my goodness. What a game one.
That was great. That was a really great game. What a comeback for Viking. Well done, Viking the Cat. Really well played.
Yeah, well done. Just a beautiful comeback for Viking. He made it look almost effortless. I say almost because there were some hiccups, there were some hurdles, and Meister's a fantastic player, but in the end, he gets
Wow.
it done. We have Justini in the chat. Hello, Justini.
If it was me, I would have given up when Meisterlampe dropped the rammer in that city. I'd be like, all right, I'm done. But no, Viking stuck it out. He went with sawmills and catapults, and he made it work. Oh, let's go, IMO. I'm an IMO fan, so that's excellent.
Wow, that was just such an impressive game.
But remember, this
both
is
players,
what?
honestly.
Best of 7, you guys. We gotta see
Best of 7.
we're gonna see quite a few more games, and they have a bonus restart. So this we're gonna be here for a little while, right?
Yeah. And the players will have opportunities if they would like to take breaks as well. So we may see some breaks throughout this series while the players collect themselves, get some water, get some snacks, and get excited for the next game.
That was great. That was great. Oh, can we watch the replay
such
while
a
we're
beautiful
waiting?
game.
Oh yeah, I think I can. Let me.
You absolutely can. Let me pull up that replay. And we can talk through
Let's
some
talk
of
the highlights
moments here. Yeah. Let's look at this turn 8 briefly, right? We turn off the fog here. And it looks like how does Viking do anything? He's losing his city. The Juggernaut's coming in. His capital's level 2.
Yeah,
but you guys have to remember,
this was so cool.
IMO is such a sneaky tribe. They're one of those tribes where if they have any opportunity to make progress, they will. You know, they'll find a way.
Yeah, going for math. He didn't even get archery. He just went right to math.
Yeah, he said, you know, I don't think that archery is going to win, and I think I agree with Viking's assessment here. You know, archery is one of those techs where when you're on the offensive, it's very good, but if you're just defending, you're not going to make progress because it's really hard to put sieges down that will hold.
Yeah.
So we've seen archery be really good on those smaller maps where the archers can lock down cities, and make it hard for the opponent to train units and kind of take away space. But in this position, what Viking needed was giants. And we see how on turn 9, at the end of this turn, he chops a lot, but he gets 2 giants out in the center. And this attack came down at the perfect time. If it had come down even 1 turn slower, that would have been it. And I think we have our game.
Oh, okay.
Game 2.
Let's go see what's going on.
It's now going to go the other way. So we're going to see Meister on IMO and Viking on Luxador. And I just want to highlight something before we actually get right into the game. Viking is on the Poly Champions Tribe Points Task Force. I'm not going to explain what that means exactly, but he's responsible for helping us decide how good each tribe is on each map type. And Viking was absolutely vehement that Luxador was really good on lakes, on dry lands, on map types like that, because he was winning all the time with Luxador in our last season. So I think we're going to see some really creative and fun ideas from Viking here because he's had a lot of practice with this tribe.
So yeah, Meisterlampe is IMO, also being able to go hunting first. So we may see archers soon, but he's opting for hunting, upgrading, and Viking using 4 warriors to start. What's his tech going to be? He has to decide what tech is he going to get before capture. Also hunting and forestry.
Yes, these skipping turn 0 here for Luxador allows them to do this hunting forestry opening. But Viking's going to have to decide now if he's going to get an explorer.
Yep, there's the explorer.
And if he's score counting, if he's paying attention, he's going to see that Meister got the explorer and meets him, and hopefully realize that Meister is close by. Because if he doesn't, we're going to see our first conversion of the series right here. This warrior could just walk straight into this Mindbender.
I love Mindbender action. That's like one of my favorite things about IMO. I love that. We'll see, though. These guys are smart. They should be able to score count. They should be able to anticipate. So, and he can see the border, right? Can't they see that there's a border right up against each other?
So Meister can, but Viking cannot because he doesn't have vision yet of that side of the map. So he could just walk straight into this. And now Meister's going to go straight into riding.
Oops.
Let's see. He sees the IMO terrain. I would love to see an explorer here for Viking. That would tell him that he is in a dangerous spot. And yes, it does.
Okay. So now he knows. Don't go near that mindbender. Don't go there.
Now we have a game. Viking is not going to be on the back
well,
just yet.
I would have loved to see a mindbender conversion, but not now. Maybe later, but not at the moment. So he's thinking about a tech before capture, right? He has 6 stars. He can upgrade with huts alone. Probably, yeah. So now he's just no tech for him. Just get more units.
I think what we're going to see from Viking here is trying to...
Oh, he did get Org. Yes. Wow.
He did. He's looking at trying to get that giant up as quickly as possible in his capital.
Yeah.
And the only way to do that is to try to get a second tech.
That's Luxador's go-to, is getting the early giant. If they can get the early giant and there's no good counter, then they can win early.
But now we're seeing the power of this Mindbender. So this Mindbender is going to sit. You know,
are we going to see a healing station? I love that, right? When you have a Mindbender with a Riders in combination, the Riders can hit and the Mindbender heals. Oh, I love it.
And yes, now we do see the Mindbender healing station coming out. This Mindbender can't die unless Viking... Oh my gosh.
Population from the ruin.
Wow.
Okay, we definitely have an early giant. Dang.
Viking needed that. He needed that so badly.
So how is IMO gonna counter this giant? Riders are kind of bad for countering. Riding is not great for countering giants.
No, but Mindbenders are.
Yes.
And this is the thing about IMO.
Do you think we're gonna see another Mindbender? Is he gonna get 2?
He might. He might actually get a second Mindbender here. It depends on whether or not Viking goes into riding. That's the big thing. If Viking gets riding, Meister might have to put the brakes on going for a second Mindbender because those riders are just going to pick apart.
This is fun.
This is so fun.
This is fun.
But actually, despite this early giant, Viking might just end up losing his West City anyway. He's having to aggressively chop everything just to push out more units. Okay.
Let's see, IMO. What you gonna do with
your turn?
So, is he gonna try to siege? Is he gonna... This is where micro comes in, and this is not my strength. Like, trying to figure out where to move each unit in what order to optimize the trades, right?
I'm looking at this position, and I see Meister being able to either siege or kill both of the 9 HP warriors, and it looks like Meister is going to opt for the siege here, and I love this. I love this siege. I think it's absolutely fantastic because at this point, not only is he going to be able to siege, but he's also going to be able to hit one of these warriors for free. And there it is. And now the siege is actually going to hold.
Is it? So a 9 hit point warrior and a 5 hit point warrior doesn't kill a 10 hit point warrior?
It does not. It does not. And now we see that Viking is going to be forced to kill the Mindbender instead of unsieging his city.
Rip Mindbender. But he can get another one if he wants. But that was really his only option, right? Viking couldn't unsiege, so he's like, well, at least I'm going to kill the Mindbender.
Yeah. And this is such an aggressive start for Meister.
Yeah.
Who needed to make progress here, and he does. He makes great progress. I think now what we have to see is Meister switch his game plan.
Yeah.
He has to go into mathematics and get his sawmills.
And he has to find more cities. I mean, that's the thing that Luxador was working on, is finding more cities, growing. And Imo was stuck on these 3 cities. But you can see he sent a rider up to the north and he found a village.
He did. And his expansion with these riders is going to be really quick. So he's not necessarily going to be disadvantaged here, despite the early giant from Luxador. However, his economy right now is really, really poor. And so he's going to be in a little bit of trouble until he can start leveling up his cities more, until he can start pushing through and trying to get his giants going. So until then, it's going to be anyone's game. But if Meister can survive this incoming attack from Luxador, he's going to be in a good spot. Now we're seeing aggressive chopping.
Yeah.
So much chopping.
Oh, look!
Mindbender
Look!
comes down.
Woo! Another Mindbender. Very nice. Oh, that makes me happy. That makes me happy.
This is what Viking is scared of. He's so scared of these Mindbenders because how do you take them out? How do you make progress when the healing station is so strong?
Exactly. Between both the conversion threat and the healing, like, Mindbenders are fun. Okay.
Climbing for the lighthouse.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that village. That's so terrible.
There is a path, right, on land. He can walk the warrior around because there's you can see the shoreline, but that's very awkward, that village.
It is. And now we see the second giant from Viking. So he's going to be able to probably take the city back. And then probably hold it.
Can Imo get roads?
He should be able to afford a road this turn. Or no, yes, he can. He can. If he chops, he can afford.
Never mind. I was thinking he could road the Mindbender next to the city, but never mind.
It would have worked.
Yeah,
it would have been a great idea. I actually love that.
Thanks.
I think what he's doing is playing conservatively.
Yeah.
He just says, I don't want to spend all my stars right now. I want to be super flexible.
Yeah.
We're gonna see organization here. I don't know how I feel about it, honestly.
He still can threaten. He can still threaten to convert the giant. The giant can move in, and he can move his Mindbender. It's still on the table.
Yes. So the question will be, for Viking, does he try to go for the immediate siege, or does he wait, try to get his riders up, try to make some more progress like that?
More chopping. Look at all that. Bye-bye, forests.
Yeah, this is known in the competitive community as the Imo chop strat, where you just chop away all your forests while forestry is cheap, and you use that to play this very aggressive rider-based game plan.
Yeah. So he can capture 2 cities here. Is he going to get a tech before capture? He only has 10 stars.
So when I'm looking at this position, I'm thinking to myself, it is true that Meister is up cities.
Yeah.
However, Viking is not lost in the slightest.
Viking has 2 giants. Okay, Raiden coming out.
Yeah, he has 2 giants first and foremost. And even without the 2 giants, he's got really nice technologies. He's not necessarily behind in technologies.
More chopping.
And
ooh,
he's expanding. He's still expanding.
Yeah.
So Meister's picking up these cities, but Meister's chopped away all his giant potential.
Yeah.
There are no giants on Meister's cities.
Yeah. Yeah, he chopped a lot. So his growth is really limited. So, but we saw some riders from Luxador, so he may try to leverage those to hit the Mindbender, get some roads. We'll see how it plays out. I'm curious to see where this Mindbender is going to go. I'm guessing he's going to put it next to the city, or he could just leave it there for now. It's fine. It's doing enough threatening just from where it is. Oh, he moved it up. Okay. Woo.
Oh, and that's such a heads-up play with the rider. Look at that 10 HP rider. It's sitting on that farm tile.
Yes.
And what it's doing is it's preventing Viking from making a roads play and killing the Mindbender.
Nice.
So I absolutely love that from
it's a block.
Meister here.
It's a block.
It is a block, exactly.
Nice. Yeah. So, but hits it, moves away. All right. Is he gonna move? He can't move into the city. He can't. Not while the Mindbender's there.
City.
He can't.
But he is land connected to 2 more villages on that east side. And that actually puts him ahead in the late game.
Yes.
He's got all of his workshops.
Yes.
He's got his giants. He took an explorer in a city he no longer controls. So all of his cities have workshops right now. He's making a lot of stars per turn.
Okay, Imo finds another city. He needs more cities, let's be honest. He needs to start growing some cities and find a way to get a giant.
He does, and I think his giant here is going to be with Grand Bazaar if he can eventually eke out roads.
Another option is climbing and mining. He has a couple mountains. I don't know, there's some potential there, but it all depends on if he wants to go that direction.
I'm looking at a potential bridge for Meister here. If he can get a bridge down and then get a road under his 4 HP rider, he could do some real damage to Viking's position.
Wait, where is the bridge? Where is the bridge?
The bridge is, it's going north of that mountain that's next to Viking's giant. You can see how that bridge allows Meister to get across. Okay, now we're going to see strategy and a defender.
Woo! Very nice.
Really lock down the position.
Very nice.
I think he's now going to place the Mindbender squarely behind the city. Maybe he's just hoping that Viking doesn't quite have enough here to get it done.
He could also use the Mindbender to heal. I'm not sure. Nope, just leaving it alone. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna try to get that Mindbender up to a little bit of a healthier HP.
Yeah.
And he's gonna pray that Viking does not try to go for some kind of roads idea. Because if Viking is able to kill...
Oh, here's the roads.
Viking, roads, 2 roads. The Mindbender's going down this turn.
Okay. There's the 2 roads. Yeah. Can he bounce into the other city and siege it? No, he's going for the Mindbender, not the rider. Okay. Bye-bye, Mindbender. And now the giants are safe to move up.
And this is so elegant. This is so elegant from Viking. Look at this. Look how he waits to bounce his 8 HP rider until the defender is dead.
Yeah, let's go back. You know, we can push it back and watch the replay. I love it. I'm going to do it.
Watch this back.
Lovely. That's cool.
And notice also how he doesn't use the 2 giants to kill the defender. He doesn't waste that turn. And that's going to be a resignation from Meister.
Oh!
Turn 11.
So wait, so Viking is this is his second win, right? It's 2-0 for Viking?
It's 2-0 for Viking, and he won on both sides of this matchup.
Whoa. Well done, Viking.
What a dominant performance from Viking so far. But now I think we're going to be seeing a playstyle that is well suited to Meister. Our second matchup of the day is going to be one that focuses heavily on economy. It's going to be Hudrick versus Yadak. Hudrick is going to be skipping turn 0 in this matchup. And it's on 256 lakes. Ladies and gentlemen, Hudrick loves lakes. They love getting their markets going. They love playing defensively. And we've seen Meister time and time again win those late games. He is such a great player in the attrition positions. For those of you who didn't watch the World Championship last year, Meister played like a 4-hour game against VTAT. Was it longer than that?
That was in the face-offs. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that Luxador Hudrick game. Do
you
remember that game?
Oh, how could I forget it? It went to like 89 turns. Yeah.
Yeah, and Meister was declared the winner, I believe, at the end of that game.
No, they did a draw. They agreed to take
They did a draw?
Yeah. They agreed to do it.
Right.
So that was the very first game. And it went on for 89 turns, and they agreed to take it as a draw, and then they agreed that the winner of the next game would advance.
Okay.
That was crazy. But then
crazy.
it was like a double elimination, so they both made it eventually anyways to the finals. But because they weren't out. But man, like the rules are different now. That's not supposed to happen. If it goes for an hour, I think Reddish just decides or something like that. I don't remember. But
I hope they get some players in to help decide those games because And we're gonna see. Oh, sorry, we're gonna see Yadak versus Hoodrick with no skip on turn 0.
Oh, okay.
We were choosing actually before the format started between Hoodrick skipping turn 0 or no skip, and we're giving Yadak that host advantage. And our gamble here is we think Yadak needs it. So going into this matchup, we think Hoodrick is the stronger tribe.
Okay, Viking still isn't readied up. I don't know if Viking needs a break, but Viking needs to ready up.
He's taking a 5-minute break. So
okay, fair enough.
Viking coming back shortly. He's got to be feeling great first 2 wins, and he wants to keep the momentum going.
I'm going to pull up the replay for the last one while we wait.
Absolutely. That was also just a super exciting game. Only 11 turns, but these players are playing at such a high level. It blows my mind, honestly. It blows my mind. And for those of you who are new to the channel, we also have uploaded some commentary videos from the PolyTitans tournament, so you can see this level of gameplay with very cool and unique matchups across the spectrum with a lot of the different top players. You know, we've featured many of the players who played in last year's World Championships, and I'm happy to report that PolyTitans players are continuing to perform very well in this year's tournament. So if you're looking to improve your skills, go ahead and take a look at some of those games, because not only do we feature some of the matchups that are going to be important for this year's World Championships, but these players are playing them at their absolute peak. So you are going to learn some of these opening tactics, how to win with these tribes, even in disadvantaged situations. And my goodness, this last game was disadvantaged for Viking. He had the early giants, but Imo is such a menace because of those mindbenders. He had to find a way not only to kill the mindbender, but also to beat that early city steal from Meister, and how to beat that healing station, because those riders were so deadly if they could just get healed over and over again.
Okay, I also want to put in a plug for Poly Champions. If you guys are not in Poly Champions yet, join our league. Come play Polytopia with us. Right? So all these people are in Poly Champions. They're in PolyTitans, but they started in Poly Champions. Nobody gets to PolyTitans without going through Poly Champions first. So join our league, and that's
pretty much.
And that's the best way to learn, honestly, is get on a team, play with people on your team. They will mentor you. They will teach you. That's really a solid path to improving.
Pretty much all of the players on PolyTitans have gone through this process. We've had a few prodigies who've really just done it on their own and made it work. But for the most part, it's been... Oh, no, never mind. Okay.
Are they back? No,
I just saw a notification. I thought it canceled the match, and I'm like, what is Challenger Mode doing? I sent this tournament to manual. Come on.
No, it's okay, right? It's just waiting.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
fine. You should have 5 minutes.
They have actually more than that, so we have ample time here.
Yeah, because you have to start it, and then they have a 5-minute timer to join. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the spectator mode is great. I don't know if it's going to be available. I doubt it's going to be available outside of Challenger mode, because right now it's only available with games that are set up in that platform. You set up the tournament, and then you add in the code for who the player is to be the spectator. So currently, hypothetically, you could set it up so anyone could start a game and add a player as a spectator, but currently that's not available. Oh, they're ready. Here we go, right? Are we going to start in a minute?
Here we go. We are probably going to see the game coming out very shortly.
Yeah, should be starting any moment now.
Put a little poll up. Will Viking sweep Meister? He's 2-0 right now. And we're going into the next match. We've got Meister. He's going to be hosting with Yadak. Yadak, aggressive tribe. They love expanding fast. They love getting their Grand Bazaar going as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, Hoodrick, they love to sit back. They love to get their markets going. And this is a lovely spawn for Yadek. Fruit everywhere. Looks like the villages are omnipresent, and there is Hoodrick terrain.
Yeah, so he knows where Hoodrick is. Hoodrick's in the south. Hoodrick doing the usual opening. Yadak moving on to a village, finding another village. This is a solid start for Yadak. The thing about Hoodrick is there's a lot of water, so he's having a little trouble finding another village. He has to go south to find another village.
Great farms for Meister here. And guys, one thing about Hoodrick that you may not know.
Oh, that's a bad village. Oh no,
it is a bad village.
He can't upgrade it. Oh, without getting another tech. Ouch.
Yeah, but Hoodrick's farm rate is actually really high. So it's actually really nice for Yadak, who loves to either go for the mathematics idea or the construction idea, to have these Hoodrick villages, because Hoodrick's resources fit well
with Yadak, right? But because most Hoodrick players don't go org first, yeah. But it benefits Yadak. This is hard. Like, he has to figure out what kind of tech he only has 4 stars. He can't get a tech. And is he going to move off?
Delay capture.
Is he going to move off the village?
See him delay capture.
Yeah. I don't know, because it's another spot to train units, right? So he got it. He took the village. That's hard, though.
I don't know how I feel about this opening.
That's really hard.
I think delaying forestry for so long is a mistake.
Okay, look at the Explorer. Gets the lighthouse. Are they going to meet?
This is a great Explorer. This is a fantastic Explorer. It gets the lighthouse. It sets him up for a level 3.
Ooh, what is that?
These problems.
Is there a road?
He's playing kind of continents.
Yeah. We're going to see some water stuff, probably. This is an interesting map. Like a big lake in the middle?
Big lake in the middle, and Hoodrick has kind of this isolated spawn. That being said, Hoodrick is cut off from most of the map here. So he's got to work with a pretty limited setup, where he just doesn't have too much going on. And we're seeing Viking favoring this heavy unit opening. 2 extra warriors on top of your starting units. This is what you see from Hoodrick when the Hoodrick player expects there to be action, expects to expand fast.
But there's not going to be any action. They're not going to have any fighting for a while, because there's no land connection. There's no shoreline there. I mean, we could remove the fog. Should we remove the fog? See?
We can remove the fog. We can take a look at the rest of this map. And wow, oh my gosh. So there's got this island city in the middle of the map that theoretically could be Yadak's. But Meister doesn't know it yet. His density is incredible.
So they They can have some skirmish in the east. They're going to be something, but we're going to see naval. Okay, I'm going to put the fog back. Put the fog back. Okay.
Yeah, we are going to see naval here. And we're going to see, I think, a really, really nice start for Meister. He has great farms, and he can go into construction to get his markets, and that's going to give him the giants he needs as well. And we can see him expanding so fast with roads.
And Meister needs this win. He's down, right? Viking is 2-0. Meister needs a win to keep going in this event.
Yes, he does. And now Viking is going to find his 5th and his 6th cities, and he's going to be able to get forestry as well.
Yeah, there's the forestry.
Looking at the position, though, we talked about Hoodrick's markets, but I don't know about you, but I'm not seeing
let's look at that. Where can he put his sawmills, right? You got to plan your sawmills, plan your markets, try to get that overlap. This is where I want Ram Dingler to come in, because I think Ram Dingler is so great at planning out his market spots like 10 terms in advance. Oh, look at the bridge. What is that? What is that?
There's the bridge. He's going to kick him off the ruin.
Oh, wow.
And this is a double-edged sword. I know how good this is for Meister, but let's not forget, meeting stars for Viking.
Yeah.
And Meister's score over 2,000 right now. So Hoodrick needs the stars early to get all the techs that they want. And Meister had to place a 5-star bridge.
Yeah,
down
that's
just
expensive.
to secure
But
the
but
ruin.
he
Yeah.
denies the ruin. I think it's worth it. What do you think?
I agree. Absolutely great play from Meister.
Oh, what's this ruin
And
gonna
now this
give?
ruin has to be
Oh
fixed.
no!
Oh, Lord. Oh, yuck. But we do see the markets forming, right? If Viking chops this forest southeast of his capital and then puts another sawmill down, he's going to have 2 level 7 markets right there.
Yeah, but
That's
it's gonna
great.
take time to get there, and yeah, Doc's already expanding and growing. Is it gonna be enough? Are the markets gonna be too late? Oh, an explorer!
Explorer! This is really
Oh,
good.
yes, he's gonna get some vision. See what he's up against. No lighthouse, but the vision was very helpful.
Yes, the vision was very helpful.
He
But I'm
see,
really, really surprised.
yeah.
No explorer from Meister in the West.
Hmm.
So we were talking about how he's got all these villages that he can go get. But right now,
Mm-mm.
Meister is only going to be up maybe
Yeah.
1 city going into the mid game.
Yeah.
And one of the things we're going to talk about a lot with this Hudrik Yadok matchup is tempo, right? Yadok expands fast. They get
Yes.
cities fast.
Yes.
That means that their eco should be higher in the early game. But right now, their eco is not that much higher.
Yeah, but he's gonna get windmills and markets too. But do you see any good windmill spots? I'm not sure.
I see a couple. But Yadok is not known for having incredible markets. So we're probably going to see some like kind of mediocre windmills, and they're going to fuel some mediocre markets, and Meister's just going to have to hope that that's going to be enough to make it work.
Dang. This is so interesting again. Like, I feel like deja vu. Like, we think Meister has a really strong spawn, and then we're like, oh, actually, maybe not. Viking's really making a lot of what he was dealt.
He is. I think the big thing for Viking here, though, is he needs to border growth his capital. And the reason he needs to do that is because his water access is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
If Viking doesn't border growth his capital, he is going to be stuck.
He gets
He's
an
gonna
explorer. Oh no, that explorer was not as helpful as it could have been. It reveals this little peninsula, but doesn't get a lighthouse and doesn't show too much of the opponent.
It does not, but revealing the peninsula is going to tell Viking what he needs to know here. He needs to know that this is a water map.
He needs to get on the
know that
water.
He has to play.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, because if he doesn't border growth his capital, he's only got 2 tiles. 2 singular tiles of water access, and that is just horrendous.
Yeah.
You can't really play like that.
Yeah.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, this is a late game battle here. We are not going to see either player really going to be able to make too much progress early in the game. And so we're going to see both players trying to get set up for once the battle really begins, which is probably going to be on the water. It's probably going to be a brutal battle for that peninsula and for that island city. But this is something that Meister has going for him right now. Not only does he have the Grand Bazaar, which is coming down, but he also
He's
has
on the
access
water.
to naval
Look.
fishing,
Look.
and he's got bridges. He's got roads, so he can make a bridge to that island city.
We're seeing the first naval unit. There's the raft. So I think this is an advantage if, Yadok is getting on the water first. Do you think he's going to get to that peninsula and claim those villages? He will, right?
I think he will. I think he'll get to everything, honestly.
Yeah. He's going to
And
get
then
to
the
that
question will be
peninsula
what-
city because I don't see... Because Hudrik can't get there from the water. It's going to take a long time to walk there. Unless he can... No, I don't see how. I think Yadok's going to get those 2 peninsula cities first. Yeah.
I think so as well, and I think it's going to be a real struggle for Viking here to get things done. He's going to need he's going to maybe need some nice ruins. He's going to maybe need some fortune on his side, but most importantly, he's going to need to have the optimal markets planned out, and we saw that chop. We saw him staring at that sawmill spot
but
already.
we've seen Viking do this before where we're like, oh, this looks really hard for Viking. I don't know how he's going to come back. And then he comes back, and he turns it, magically into a win. So, there's the border. That's what you were talking about. You were talking about this, the borders.
I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm coming up with, good ideas, but seeing the players execute that idea that, like, is really hard to spot, and you just have to, I mean, guys, this is why Viking is one of the best.
No, he needs to get on the water, right? He needs the borders for a couple reasons, right? But that water access is, so, okay. But this kind of nerfs that village because it takes away that fish and some of the other area. And also the road.
Yes,
can he make a road? He doesn't even have any of that yet.
He can make a bridge.
That's
right
what I meant.
there.
That's what I meant. A road, a bridge. That's what I meant. But he doesn't have that tech yet. But there's so much potential, right? The borders give him more options.
Yeah, one thing he can do in this position that's really cheeky is if he kills the unit in the city, he could road a giant straight into it with the bridge. So this is one of the things you almost never see that's just really fun. Great opportunity for the players to showcase their skill.
We'll see.
We will see indeed.
We're going to see some more units going in the water. There's the Juggernaut. You going to get another one?
Yeah, there's another giant coming out for Meister, and he's got a crushing 28 stars per turn right now. This is really good. It's not, the perfect Yadok start by any means.
But it's good.
But it's nice.
It's really good. And it looks like there's 2 ruins in the east that he'll get later, but those could help. Yeah. Meister looks to be in a really strong spot, but Viking has, look at those big sawmills. Look at those, and the potential for the high-level markets in tandem, right? Oh, that's going to be a lot of income.
I think he's seeing the markets coming together here.
Yeah?
I think that Viking, if he plans his markets properly, is going to have an absolutely insane setup.
What is that? It's okay. Wait. Let's look at this. This is a level 3, a level 3, and a level. Oh, I can't click on it. I'm not sure. Oh, it's because of the Explorer. It's not letting me click. Anyways, that spot. Level 4, level 3, level 3. You can't get more than a level 8, right?
So it's level 8.
Yeah. That's
and
great.
There's another level 7 there as well.
Yes.
And then also a level 3 on his other city.
Yeah, he's going to put
one. And here we go. The sawmills are coming down.
Sawmills. No markets yet, but they're coming.
I really like that sawmill.
They're coming.
I don't like the sawmill position.
Oh, you don't like that?
The reason for that is because if we look at this position and we look at his south city, Viking wants to eventually border growth one of his 2 cities in the southwest to pick up all those extra forests. And so he actually sacrificed a great set of overlapping market spots by getting that sawmill there. However, he needs his economy up now. And so I think that he was making the short-term decision here. He doesn't have much of a choice.
So Meister moves on to the little island village. Okay, what were you going to say?
Yeah, look at how efficient Meister's roads are. He connects the city together with these 2 roads, and those roads are also being used.
Oh, nice Explorer. Very nice. Gets the lighthouse and some more vision. He can see a little bit more of the opponent territory. Able to upgrade, get 5 stars back. Position the unit on a ruin. Yeah. Here's another Explorer. Explorer. Are we going to see the Eye of God?
Eye of God.
Woo! He got it.
Beautiful for Meister.
And some nice vision.
His capital.
Nice vision. And so where's he going to put the monument? Is he going to save it?
I think he's just going to keep it in the pocket here.
Yeah.
I don't see a great spot for it in the immediate. And he's got another giant in capital with just this one connected
with the road.
What a strong position! This is such a strong position.
And he's got another giant there with the 3 farms if he wants it.
Yes, he does, and he's got great water access. This is the other thing we were talking about. Vikings' water access is kind of poor, and he wants better water access in the future. But Meister, he's rolling in it, and now that I've got it, he is going to be coming down this turn.
Okay.
Another giant.
Okay, the giant. Yeah, he used that monument in the east for a giant again. He's on the water. Okay, what are we going to see from the ruin? I always get the ruin first. Oh, no.
Oh, man. Viking was bailed out by that ruin in the last game, he's going to get some swordsman
I
ruins
mean,
to compensate.
swords have come in a clutch in late game, but he doesn't have roads yet, so they're going to be slow. They're on the edge of the map. It's going to take time for them to be useful. Okay, what? Oh, wow. Population. That's probably helpful, right? Because he can... Is he all connected? He's going to connect that new island city, and then he can place... He's gonna... Yeah, he can get another giant with a couple roads and a farm. Is he thinking about windmills now? Before capture?
I think now is construction.
That's what I meant.
Now is absolutely construction.
Time to go windmills and then trade.
But Viking is going to be first. Viking is going to be first to the markets. We saw him spend a grand total of 0 stars last turn. So he's
saving.
Looking at those markets.
He's saving for tech. But okay, Meisterlampe clearing out some fog. I mean, he knows there's a village there. I mean, he can deduce it, right? So yeah, okay, moving on. Clearing out the fog. Positioning to move onto the village next turn. No tech! What? Ooh! He did not get construction.
No, he did not. And I think this is a little greedy from Meister. I think he's trying to end the game fast, and he's not thinking about getting the markets. Or maybe he assesses that he's going to have a lot of stars to work with anyway and doesn't need construction yet.
Well, I mean, you were saying this before. There aren't fabulous trade spots, unlike Hoodrick, which has some really, really high optimal market spots. The Yadak market spots are not the same level.
I think this is also a question of priorities for Meister. He's looking at the position and saying, I need to get faster expansion. I need to beat Viking to all of these villages in the west. And in order for me to do that, I need to spend my stars on other things this turn. And we're still seeing him with 43 stars per turn, no markets on turn 12.
Yeah. And he's got that giant in the east. So the giant in the east can pressure, but I mean, Yadak has archers, and archers are great for taking down a giant before they do much damage. So I don't know what he's going to do with that giant in the east. Oh, he's sending it to the middle. Is he going to put it on the water?
I think he's putting all his giants in the water. I think he's saying, I'm not going to win this game fast. I have to just have an overwhelming presence. And
look at that. That's the 3rd sword ruin.
That is actually a great ruin. I know it sounds crazy, but that ruin right there is great.
Oh, look at those markets.
No other way.
Here come the markets. Woo. You think this sword is good? You think this sword is a benefit? Okay.
That was the only good sword ruin because that one is close to those villages, and he needs a way to contest. And now he's got riding, now he's got roads. It's going to be all about holding down the position. Oh, but strategy. Oh, my, wow. That was such a good ruin.
Yeah.
If he can get cloaks in this position, that is how he can try to make progress here.
Ooh, I love to see some cloaks. Cloaking those high-level cities, those are the best targets for cloaks, right? Because then you steal more income and you make more daggers.
Exactly. And let's take a quick poll here. Who do we think is going to win? Actually, I have a better question. How long will this match take? And we're gonna say under 25 turns.
Okay.
And then we're gonna say 25 plus turns. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. I'll tell you guys what I think after the poll is over, but this game looks like it's going to be ramping up very shortly here. Both players have kind of bordered on finishing their development. They're working on it. They're almost done. And now Viking is going to have to face Sailing from Meister. And that is going to be such a problem for him because he needs to contest that village in the west. It has so much resources, so many resources, so much potential to get giants. And in the meantime, he's going to have to face navigation. Look at those 3 starfish that Meister can potentially pick up here.
Oh, yes. 3 starfish, pretty easy in range. Well, 2 are easy. 1 is in the other territory, but still within reach.
Exactly.
This is another great game. Chris, these are all such good games. Really fascinating. Different strategies, different approaches. Oh, look at those markets. Amazing.
And now there's a cheeky catapult from Viking. But there is actually a way for Meister to hit that this turn with his rider.
With the riders. He can place some roads.
He can make a bridge.
He can't make a bridge? Oh, shoot.
Yeah, a bridge and a road is all he needs on that side of the map.
Let's see if he thinks it's worth it, or if he can go that way.
But now the catapult spam is coming out, and I think we're going to see a lot of catapults here as Viking tries to consolidate his position.
This is what we saw before. Meister on the water and Viking with catapults on the land. And if you cannot get on the water, using catapults defensively can be very effective.
Exactly. But I think we're seeing Vikings spread a little bit thin here. He only has 1 giant to defend with. Meanwhile, Meister, 2 giants to attack with, and a lot of space. On top of the fact that he's going to have double the city count, most likely, of his opponent. So this is a real uphill battle for Viking yet again. And it looks really commanding for Meister, who at this point is going to be sliding in to the rest of Viking's position here. The question then becomes, can Meister break through the catapults? Because what we're seeing here is kind of what happens on continents normally, which is that both players set up a defense on their home continent and make it really hard to land that final D-Day invasion that really breaks open the position. So, Eastberg, what do you think Meister has to do here if he wants to win?
I'm going to say ramming. Wait, no, I cheated.
You can't. Yeah, hey, hang on.
Okay, no, I was distracted because I was answering somebody in the chat who said you were quiet again, so I was trying to work on my excuses. I was doing technical stuff and not paying attention. But, I like cloaks. No, we were talking about this before. I still like cloaks. What just happened? What just happened? Rammer.
Control, made a rammer.
He did this last time. Dropping a rammer in there.
Devastating rammer. Landing in Viking City. Those catapults are hard to come by. He just didn't have that many cities to train from.
Yeah, we'll see if he does that bridge play like you were talking about. But to answer your question, I still would love to see cloaks. I think that would be good. If the game continues longer, cloaks are a good deterrent to take down the income.
Yes, absolutely. I think he's also going to have to try to go into knights at some point soon. Otherwise, it's going to...
He used a rider, but is he going to get in there and hit the catapult? No. Not anymore.
I think for right now, he's just going to continue to play a little bit passively in the east.
He's got that giant on the bridge. That's also a bit of a threat. He'll need to road it in. We'll see what he does with that giant. Or he could put it...
I think we're seeing patience.
Yeah.
We're seeing patience from Meister here. He's taking the opportunities that Viking is giving him, but he's not overextending. He's keeping his pressure on the water until the time is right. And this is how you have to play when your opponent has markets and has this continents-like setup. Because if you try to push really hard early on and you lose your giants, you have no way to hold a siege anymore.
All right, how is Viking? He's going to unsiege. He has the sword in range. That sword from so long ago can be useful.
It's working out.
Yeah. That's the thing about these swords on the edge. They come when you first get them, you're like, oh, that's not useful. But, 10 turns later, then they save your butt. So we'll see.
And now the other sword is also saving him.
Yeah.
2 hits on the Juggernaut, the archers as well. That Juggernaut's
Yeah.
right down to 19 HP.
And Juggernauts don't retaliate, so they just sit there and get whacked.
Indeed they do. And now this other sword is going to be great for zone of control. So you know what? Viking is making fantastic use of all 3 of his swords here.
Yep.
He proved me wrong, and it probably won't be the first time in this series that he does so.
He's making the most of the hand he's dealt. That's the theme here.
Yeah. And I think that is just one of the hallmarks of Viking's play is his resourcefulness. You know, sometimes he's just not dealt the best spawn. Sometimes he isn't really given great opportunities, but every single one that he gets, he uses to full effect.
Yeah, there's a little
Now
market.
The markets are going to be coming
like
out.
You were saying, you weren't really happy with that sawmill placement. It's a little market, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Moving
the placement I was looking at was getting a sawmill here on this animal that's east of that city, and then another sawmill.
You wanted a border expansion, right? Yeah.
I did, because that sets up 2 level 6 markets.
More catapults.
As it stands right now.
All right. But just look at Meisterlampe's command of the water. That's what I'm looking at. To me, that's really strong. But the catapults are the deterrent to all that water, right?
They are, and it's still quite difficult for Meister.
Oh, he moves the Juggernaut back. Wow.
No choice. Viking has repelled him pretty convincingly. And I just want to highlight something that happened a few turns ago.
Okay.
Viking moved his swordsman back when his warrior moved forward. If we look at turn 13, he moves that swordsman back onto the animal. And unbeknownst to him, that is the exact tile that Meister did not have vision on.
Oh.
So Meister didn't even know that swordsman was there.
Oh.
And that's why. That's why that play came together in the first place. Meister didn't know that his Juggernaut was
He
gonna be
didn't
in
know
so
the
much
sword
trouble.
was there, and it was a surprise. Wow.
Yeah. But now Meister is going to be securing the starfish in the west.
Yeah.
So he's going to have 3 starfish that are available to claim. And then we're going to see the bombers that are going to be coming out very shortly.
Is that middle city connected with the road? No. So he can place a road and a farm to upgrade it if he wants. We'll see.
And now it's complete defender spam for Meister, who just wants as many naval units as he can possibly get here. At the end of the day, he's going to try to force Viking to retreat away from the coast, and that's when his Juggernauts are going to come in and start doing some damage.
He can get another giant in the capital. We'll see if he does that.
He's got so many options.
Yeah.
But when you have all these options available to you, you have to make the right choice. Because the wrong choice in a matchup like this could mean losing. It could be difference.
Yeah, one single turn, one single misplay is, at this level, you have to play every turn optimally. So it's interesting. Meister saved a lot of stars. He had like 12 stars left. Like he could have upgraded that middle city. He could have gotten a giant. He's saving for something. What I would love to see diplomacy. I hope I'm going to manifest this into the universe. I hope he's saving for diplomacy.
I think we will see diplomacy from Meister. Our poll is saying, though, if we end that poll, we had 2/3 of people say the game is ending in under 25 turns. So it looks like they think that Meister's going to be able to close this one out. Because I don't see a way for Viking to win in under 25 turns. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. We're only on turn 15. We've got time.
Yeah.
And we still see a siege, right? Hodrick is sieging with Ryder. I mean, Yadok's going to be able to unsiege, but that was kind of a bold move, trying to steal some income, make a little something happen over there.
Yep, and now his swordsman gets to advance as well to that forest defense bonus, which is going to be a great position for it.
Yes, it's a really good defense position. Okay, we're seeing...
And now look at this catapult push.
Now we get the borders. Chris, now we get to borders.
I don't know how. I still, well, okay. He could, I guess, use chivalry later if he gets knights to move the markets around. But we're seeing him pushing these catapults. He's going to try to get a bunch of catapults into position on that back line and use that to deter any future attacks. And the giants are also important here. They're sitting in the front. They're being meat shields.
Yeah.
And they're going to make that the defense a lot stronger.
They're just tanking in the front.
Exactly.
But yeah, Meisterlampe has navigation. He can make bombers. He's saving stars. Okay, he's got 59 stars, y'all. He's got to get... Okay, there's the navigation. Is he also going to get another tech? I'm on the edge of my seat here. Is he going to get another tech? Is he going to get another tech? No.
No tech. No tech.
Okay.
At this stage, he's just got to be thinking about how can I break through? And I think at this point, it's just going to be as many defenders as he can possibly get into the water, combined with...
And
how can I position?
Don't forget, he has ramming, right? Because we saw that rammer come out. Let me look at the tech tree real quick. So yeah, he has ramming, strategy, navigation, farming. Okay. And he's going to unsiege. Yeah, that's simple. He's going for the sword. He's attacking that sword.
I think he wants to prevent Viking from landing a threatening siege on that east city because there's no good way to get a giant there. And if Viking, for whatever reason, managed to take that city, that would be a crazy border growth. Well, and he'd be able to hold it. He's got catapults.
Well, with the catapult there, it just prevents Meister from training anything there. I don't know if he has a plan to take it, but he can definitely neuter it and make it not useful.
Yeah. So right now, if we're looking at cities that are available to use...
Oh, there's a bomber!
I'm seeing...
Hey!
Oh, wow.
There's a bomber!
And that's the first of many.
Oh!
First of many. Juggernaut slides in as well.
He can make another one. No, he has only 9 stars left. I take it back.
I think this is calling Vikings bluff here. He's saying, you don't have enough defense on land. I'm going to punish you for trying to make this play.
He still has a Juggernaut. He can move it in. He could heal it. Putting more units in the water. Look at all those defender rafts moving in. And the potential for rammers, scouts, bombers. Ugh.
Yeah, Meister has a really overwhelming military advantage right now. And the only way that's going to change is if Viking can find a way to make progress here. Can find a
military,
way to
economic, points, everything.
Well, thankfully it's not a glory game. Otherwise, we would have probably seen Meister take it home next turn.
Yeah. All right, Viking not giving up.
Probably falling.
Yeah.
No.
Not giving up. Still going. He still has a win condition in mind.
With all of his cities connected, he now has Grand Bazaar. So that's another monument that he has access to.
He doesn't have a sawmill in the south yet, right? So he could put something down there.
Yeah, and he's just going to try to keep his catapults safe here. He doesn't want to give Meister anything for free.
And, Viking still has some limitation. He doesn't have vision on the north. Oh, he gets fishing. He's going in the water himself. Okay.
Yeah, Juggernaut is going to be going into the water here. And I think the goal here is just to stall some time. Can Viking use this Juggernaut effectively to buy himself some space, to start to finish maxing out his markets? Because right now he's placed down his initial markets, but he still has 2 more he can theoretically place. And he's got a lot of unharvested resources.
Yes.
So he's looking at a position where he's got giants galore, and he just needs to access them.
Yes. Like you said, a lot of unharvested resources. There's lots more giants waiting to be made. But is it
So
enough?
Viking,
Is it enough potential to fight back of what the strength and the position that Meister's in?
yeah, we are literally looking at a David versus Goliath situation playing out right before our eyes because Meister has 3/4 of the map. His empire is massive right now. Viking is playing from 6 cities, and he's not going to get another one unless Meister starts to lose ground. So
Yeah,
he
but
has to find a way.
we've seen Viking turn it around before, so you never know. You never know.
You never know, indeed, and now we're going to see another border growth,
Oh, borders.
more water access,
Mm-hmm.
population potential later in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's setting up more catapults as well.
Yeah.
So he's going to try to
He's really
make
gonna.
it really hard for this giant.
Yeah, the catapults are a really nice deterrent.
I want to also highlight something he did last turn that was maybe very subtle. This border growth picked up this one forest, and now there's these 2 tiles of rough terrain, this mountain and this forest, and they're blocking the land connection. So by getting this border growth, he has completely shut off any potential knights from infiltrating. He shut off any road plays directly into his cities. So he's really made the position a lot safer for himself on that side of the map. And despite that effort, oh, he gets a warrior in the city. I don't like that at all. Now we're going to see...
Oh, stars.
stars.
As if he needed more income, right? Oh my gosh. He has 73,
73
stars. Oh my gosh. Do you think you're thinking knights? I'm manifesting cloaks, but he the last few times I've asked him to get tech, he didn't listen to me. So not that he can hear me, but he has so many stars to work with. He just invested it into bombers. Okay.
Yeah, now I think that Juggernaut's actually going to be able to claim that starfish. The one that you were talking
Yes.
about earlier that was like, we don't know if he can get it.
He
And
may
now
not
the
even
Banners are coming
bother.
out.
Does he need 10 stars? He may land that Juggernaut to put pressure. We'll see.
I mean, he needs to be able to spend his stars effectively here. If he just spams bombers, it might be too much of an investment.
Yeah.
Also, that bridge spot is still available for Viking.
Yes.
Now pick away at both of those bombers.
Yes, you talked about that bridge spot before because that is in Hoodrick terrain. And he could just bridge in there and we'll see. Okay.
So he has some options available
Putting
to him.
down a monument, borders, expanding. So I think he's used all his monuments now.
Yeah, at this point, I think what Meister is saying is like, I've set up everything I need to set up.
Yeah.
Is it enough? You know, is this naval dominance going to hold?
35 stars.
And that's a wall that Hoodrick finds itself up against all the time. Is can you get back into the game? Because you have to take this time to set up your markets.
Yes.
And that usually gives the opponent some opportunities.
Yes.
And sometimes the position looks a little bit more favorable than this. You know, this is definitely more disadvantaged than you'd like. But at the same time, the position is hard to break. You know, Meister can kick him off of the water all he wants, but can he do more than that? Can he actually take a city?
Yeah, exactly. Meister has to make a push. Meister has to start taking cities, gaining ground. But like you said, Viking, you know, with Hoodrick, they take a long time to set up their economy. And if in that time the opponent is able to really get a lot of units, which is what we're seeing here, it's hard to find a way past that.
Exactly.
And he's just building up, getting more defenders. He's going to put them in rafts, make more naval units. How is
this looks really tough.
Viking going to answer this? He's got all his catapults safe on land, but he has to, again, he has to find a way to gain ground. I don't see a way for him to gain ground. He is using his catapults nicely, take out some of the naval units.
Yeah, he's going to try to keep that south little lake clear of Meister's units because that's where the bombers would be a huge problem for him because his catapults are all set up along that coast.
Yeah.
But right now, it looks like he's just lacking units. You know, like the juggernauts can land. The bombers are in really annoying positions. If the archers march forward, they're gonna die.
Yeah.
So he needs more. He needs more than that in this position to make progress.
Yeah. But he also, yeah, he can't train a unit in that middle city. It'll just die. They both have that going on. Oh, a port. For some.
I think we're gonna see him try to get a bomber on that side. Big border growth here. Gonna pick up a lot of population.
Yeah. Like you were saying, unharvested resources just waiting.
Exactly. Now there is some market potential here.
Okay. A border?
Nice border growth.
Why did he do borders? Yeah. It gained him 1 square.
He wanted to cut off that road access to the city. So now, even if Meister makes a bridge on that side of the map and tries to funnel units that way, they're going to meet that line of forests. So there's literally no options right now for Meister to actually make a play to take a city. He's just going to have to brute force it. He's going to have to find a way through the catapults.
Or get some other tech, but he doesn't have any other tech right now. Look at all these borders. Is this 3 border expansions this turn? Dang.
It is. And now 55 stars per turn on just 6 cities. So this is what Hoodrick is known for. Once they get everything set up, they start to become a real problem.
Yeah, and I wonder what Viking's going to go for as far as tech. Like, could he go for knights? We'll see. Is he going to get the starfish, or is he going to... What else is he going to do with that juggernaut?
I think he is. I think this is the turn you have to claim the starfish.
But is it worth it? Does he need it? He has 58 stars.
Good question. You know, honestly, I'm not sure.
He doesn't seem to care. We'll see.
I would say that, you know, the stars are always helpful. And when you're making bombers, you know, you want some surplus stars saved up to do other things. I would have loved to see Meister, you know, at this point, now that he's got his naval dominance, like, try to get into markets himself, because he doesn't really have an economic lead right now.
But markets are going to take, what, 80 stars? Construction and trade? That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. But if he can save a little bit of stars each turn, like, you know, like 20 stars each turn, he'll be there sooner rather than later. And once the markets are set up, they start to feed themselves. Yeah. And I'm seeing a couple like level 5s and stuff, and if he can get up to, you know, 80 stars per turn, somewhere in that range, then he doesn't have to worry if Viking finds a way into the water, because he'll be able to get aquatism, he'll be able to afford a lot of bombers, a lot of rammers. Right now, his limiting factor really is stars. You know, he's got so many rafts, but he physically can't make them all into bombers. Yeah. He just doesn't have enough stars.
Yeah. Well, he's taken his time. Right, he's clearly considering this is really some type of like decision point for him. What he still hasn't claimed the starfish. What is he going to do with that juggernaut? What is he going to do with tech? He's really thinking. Okay, he did take the starfish. We'll see if he leaves, like you said, maybe saves some stars each turn. We'll see. Because, he has to think long term. Like, how is he going to break through? What? And he needs some other tech. He needs some other tech to get farther. Okay, positioning.
And now the bombers are sliding over. So he's just going to small optimizations, right?
Yeah. And maybe saving stars for tech later. He's planning. Not doing much at this moment. You know, the one problem with spectator mode is we can't see how many seconds they have left on the clock. We can go out to the menu to look, but you can't see it from this screen.
I would say that Meister's probably doing pretty well on time. He's got a lot of cities and a lot of units. Viking's probably the one who's going to have to be more judicious with his time usage. But despite that, I mean, this is a really hard position for Meister, because he needs to prove that he's won. I mean, he's taken all these cities.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of bombers. But Viking's still playing, and the reason he's still playing is because he's saying, you know what? You can't take a city from me. You can't touch me. You know, he's just teasing him from the other side of the lake.
Yeah. And Vikings got these catapults set up safe on the land. It's a little bit of a standoff, right?
It is a really...
Oh! Yes. Oh! You were talking aquatism! Wow. That gives his units a defense bonus on the water. Oh, bye-bye. Using that catapult to hit the
absolutely does.
warrior bomber. That was maybe a misplay.
That catapult's in a rough spot, though.
Good job, chat. Who said that? RHH. You called it. Isn't that warrior bomber in range of a catapult? You were right. Good job.
No vision for Meister. He did not know that catapult was there.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately loses a bomber as a result.
Yeah, that little bit of fog.
But that catapult is really exposed.
Yeah.
I think that catapult is a little bit out of position. It's
scout or
in range to be targeted. And yeah. And Viking City is not quite at Gaius level. Oh,
look at this!
Whoa.
Oh, knights are gonna come out. He can get a couple knights if he wants. 22 stars now. Ooh, fun.
This is exciting.
But Meister has defenders and giants, so he should be able to adapt. But I like this move from Viking. I like that.
Yeah, this is it's really bold, but if the knight can break through in the east, that would really stifle the attack. Also, as I was talking about earlier, that bridge that Viking can place becomes even more deadly if the knights can chain through multiple bombers.
Look at all those riders in the east, right? Oh my gosh. I'm just imagining the knight chain that could happen over there if he places a bridge and can get in there.
Yeah, and let's not forget that it's Viking who has the ability to make an attack over there.
Yeah.
You know, there's no forest blocking. He can access the giant directly. He can put catapults in annoying positions.
Yeah.
So I think he's just waiting for Meister to make a mistake here, and he's going to pounce.
So there's one knight on the board. Is he going to get... And there's the second one. Okay. Okay, so that knight is in range right with the bridge, if the bridge goes there. Well, wait. Where's he going to put the bridge? There's a gate of power, and... Tell me where the bridge is going to go?
No bridge. He's just going to road through
the forest, just road through the... Put a road there.
Like that.
Just put a road there.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. But he could use the bridge that's in the neutral area. Is that what you're thinking?
He could. But if he can find a way to just brute force through the giant, which is possible at this point.
Because that's also neutral. Those two, all of those are neutral. Okay, we're going to see. How's Meister going to respond to these knights?
Well, he's got another nice defender rammer siege to kill that catapult. So that's a great first move.
We'll see if he can if he's going to siege there, kill the catapult.
And there it is. There's one catapult down.
Yeah. You said that before, that catapult was vulnerable.
Yeah. And this is around that time where catapults start to matter a lot, because the juggernauts are still a threat, and Viking doesn't have giants of his own right now. He's giantless, and because of that, he doesn't have a great way to tank on the front lines, which means he's going to be in a lot of trouble once Meister can find a way to put on a strong attack. And here it is.
Okay.
All the archers are falling. I think we're going to see him try to make some kind of move this turn.
Yeah.
Whether it's a siege or just a ton of pressure.
It looks like he's making a push. Is he going to turn that raft into a rammer and siege where the catapult is? He can reach?
I think he is. I think he is going to go for that. We're also going to see probably a lot of ports coming down. Meister wants to take advantage of that nice border growth that he got on the peninsula.
But don't forget, he still has to counter those knights. Unless he puts some kind of defender, he moves up the giant. That knight just has a lovely path. Okay, there it is. There's the catapult down with the rammer defender.
Yeah, this isn't the end of the game for Viking by any means, but it is a huge setback to his defense. So he's going to have to rebuild, and this gives Meister some breathing room to consider other options. How else can he attack? One of the biggest kind of pitfalls for top players in this position is you can tunnel vision. You can say, I need to win using this strategy.
Yeah.
And they'll fail to pivot. If Meister fails to pivot in this position, he might end up losing the long game.
Yeah. He's got to see the big picture. He has to deal with the knights. He's got to, like, adapt.
Yeah, go for another tech. Try something else.
Yeah.
Make Viking think, because Viking is low on time and he's not in a comfortable position.
Yeah.
And if you can force him to stay on the back foot.
Yeah, we were
really
saying before, like, Meister could have transitioned into trying to get windmills and markets, or transition into knights, or transition into cloaks, but he's just pushing ahead. But, you know, if it works, it works. We'll see if he can just... Okay, he's got the defender, so that's his answer to the knight. Yeah. No, he can still do a chain through that 7 hit point defender. Well, he's not done yet. He could put a defender in that other city. But no, it'll die to the catapult. We'll see.
Yeah, there's still a chain available for Meister here, or for Viking here.
For Viking.
It's not a big one, though. It's not a big one. And the defender heals. That's what it is. The defender heals. Now it's 11 HP.
Okay.
It's going to close off the chain.
So at most it can just hit the one rider. Okay, he's going to unsiege with a rider. Where is he going to send the knights?
That is the big question here.
There's a giant. And a roll!
Bridge coming down.
Okay.
There it is.
Is it? Oh. Can the
play
knight get in there? Oh, what if he had put the knight in there? Oh, well.
That would have been really fantastic, but I don't think he had quite enough units to break through the
Yeah.
bomber and the defender.
Oh, I love that play. I love the bridge to access that island
This is
city.
so excellent.
And you called that before. You said there's a bridge option there. Vikings saw it.
Yeah. And now he's taking advantage of it. Now the knight is going to be able to do some damage here.
Yeah. Excellent.
And that is making the position a little bit more uncomfortable for Meister.
Oh my gosh. Viking. Look at you. Doing the underdog thing. Coming back.
It's pretty magical. It's pretty magical to watch him work positions like this.
Well, and you said it, like, he doesn't get tilted, right? Even when he's down,
No, he does not.
He doesn't lose his confidence. He finds a way. He doesn't, if there's a way, if he sees a win condition, he's going to keep going.
Absolutely, and that's a great catapult push. That catapult's in a much better spot now that it's been pushed. And he's going to hit the Juggernaut here. He's committing that catapult. It's going to stay put. And he's going to try to make it work on defense. This is Viking playing at his absolute peak on defense, trying to hold on against Meister. But I'm looking at the position and I'm thinking it's going to be really rough. I mean, he's made progress. He's done some good things. But is it going to be enough? I mean, Meister still has a lot of units in the water that Viking just hasn't been able to kill.
Upgrading some more cities, getting another giant.
Yeah. I think we're going to see, hopefully, another knight for Viking.
He has 8 stars left. Yeah, he can get one more knight. Moving the knight back. Okay, no knight, just getting a rider.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be a little bit more conservative than that. He just wants to have some more bodies lying around. The one thing about knights is if you spam them too aggressively, you don't have anything to follow up. So all these riders that Vikings trained are super important because they're going to stick around. to help him defend wave after wave after
Well,
wave
look, I
of
mean,
attacks.
Meister's got all these riders, and they're just like waiting in the wings. Okay, here we see Meister's answer in the west. He should be able to siege.
Yeah, now is the moment where Meister has to bring the hammer down, and he has to
Yeah.
bring it down forcefully.
Okay, sieging with a 14 hit point defender, landing the Juggernaut, doing the splash damage. Coming in
Yeah,
with the
and
catapult.
this
He's going to unsiege, making another bomber. Okay.
I think we're gonna see a bridge from Meister here to make that defense a little bit easier. Okay, going to
Hmm.
go for scouts instead. I definitely don't mind that either.
Yeah, 2 scouts to unsiege. Dang, but he's only got 13 stars left.
Yeah, it's really a massive expenditure for him to
Yeah.
maintain his navy.
Yeah,
And now he's setting up.
I
I
don't
love
see
that
a
raft. That
hammer.
raft.
Chris, I don't see a hammer from Meisterlampe.
I think that he's going to be playing a little bit of attrition here. We see those defender rafts sliding up, and he's going to just try to siege that city every turn from this point forward. And
Yeah.
this is the setup for cloaks. This is how you start a cloak chain.
I
This
would
is
love
first
to
make
see
the city-
cloaks. He has defenders. I would love to see diplomacy next.
Yeah. But he, despite wanting diplomacy for sure, he definitely wants it. It's still a little ways off.
Yeah.
His techs are really expensive.
Yeah.
And he has all of his defense set up, so it's going to be hard for Viking to
Yeah.
push.
40 stars for that level 3 tech.
But Viking's sitting pretty. Viking's actually up stars per turn right now.
Dang. So, Chris, I have to ask, does this event have any kind of time limit or tiebreakers, or it just goes until it ends? Are we going to see 89 turns? Wait, what did the chat say? The chat thought this was going to end before 25 turns. I don't know.
I don't think this is going to end before 25 turns. We shall see if Meister can make a convincing push here. But I will say that what we do with this tournament typically is we do let the players play it out. However, I think if push comes to shove, we can rule on this game. I feel very comfortable making a decision about the results of a game like this. If we are looking at a long time or like a 45, 50, 60 turn situation.
Don't let it get to 89 turns, please.
With that in mind, I will say we are looking to showcase the best of the best, and if Viking is looking like he's making it back.
Oh yeah. There's
we don't
movement.
want to deny him his comeback.
No, there's movement here. This is great. Like, this is not a stalemate. I by any means. Like, there's still action happening here. Oh.
And now the Juggernaut's coming in for Viking. He's gonna try to make a push here.
Wow.
I don't know if he's got it. I don't know if he's got the gas in the tank just yet, but he is gonna try to make it work.
He's unsieging in the west, but like you said, Meister's probably going to re-siege.
Yeah, it's not gonna hold, but he's gonna make the siege a little bit less scary because he did hit that defender raft, so the siege coming in next turn is gonna be a little bit less threatening. That being said, it might be the 23 HP giant. Meister at this point might say, okay, this 23 HP giant's not doing much. I think I just got to throw it in the city. At which point, Viking's going to have a bit of a more difficult time unsieging. So now the question becomes, is this Viking pushing back? Or is he overcommitting? Because if he's overcommitting, he's going to be in a world of trouble. And I think in some ways, he is overcommitting.
You think so?
That 34,
you think he's
yeah,
putting that knight there? That's too much. Putting the Juggernaut in the water is too risky.
I think he doesn't realize how much military Meister's been building up over the last few turns. Because it is kind of staggering how many naval units Meister has saved up in the back. it's gonna be really hard for
But he only has
Viking.
38 stars.
He's spending a lot of stars each turn, so that is definitely making things harder for him.
The income imbalance is really striking. The markets in Hoodrick are really fueling his ability to make big units, and Meisterlampe doesn't have the income.
Yeah, right now, 56 stars per turn seems like a lot, but it's not. It's not in the grand scheme of things. He would love a little bit better of an economy right now, and he can't afford to give away units. He can't afford to just toss bombers in his opponent's face. And that's his other problem here is he wants to put together a push, but to do that he's gonna need to sacrifice units. But he doesn't have the stars, he'd love to do that. So Viking is keeping him honest here. Viking
He's
is
thinking.
preventing him from
Meisterlampe is, again, he's taking this time. We've seen this before where he really takes time to think it through. Okay. Coming in with the scout. Is he going to siege again with the giant?
I think we might see it happen this turn. I think he might try to just put some pressure on. I mean, Viking's army is pretty small. He's only got a couple of catapults.
He's got 2 knights. You've got to think about the knights and make sure that you don't leave any vulnerable spots for the chain to come through. You have to be mindful of that. So much about Polytopia, and this is what these players do well, is anticipating what your opponent can do. You have to think what they're going to do. You have to plan for it, have contingencies. That's what these high-level players have to do.
Yeah, now Meister's going to maybe start to put together an attack in the east as well. I was looking at those port spots on that east city as a potential bomber location once you've kind of cleared out some of the support around that city. And I think Meister's seeing that too, where if he can start shoving units into the water on that side, he can push back the defense
in the
far
east
enough to make some cloaks. Yeah, in the east, if he can make some cloaks, he's going to be in a great spot.
If he needs diplomacy, I want to see diplomacy.
He's still spending a lot of stars each turn. It's really hard for him to bank anything.
Yeah.
Here.
And he's investing in more defenders. He's not saving. He just wants more units in the water.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to go for an overwhelming attack here.
Yeah.
Through this kind of bottleneck island city.
He's not pivoting. He's just barreling forward on the text he has. He's not going for anything different.
It's not working. He's making a little bit of he's making moves. But it's also not generating anything substantial.
It's not. But this is a lot of times how Meister plays. He's very slow and steady. Again, he doesn't usually do a lot of risky, aggressive stuff. So this is his play style. Very deliberate. Very slow and steady. Okay, so how much stars did he save? 7.
He saved he saved just a few. A few. And Bara saying that Meister spamming defenders for this many turns is kind of useless, and he may be right. But we may also see that these defenders eventually cascade into the position and cause problems. The question will be then, does he have enough space? The space is the issue, right?
So,
can he fit bombers on this row?
Looking in the Poly Champions chat, Ramdingler says, Viking should have went for a giant to attack the east side. Ramdingler, our Yadak champion, right?
Absolutely, and I do like Ramdingler's idea here of Viking trying to make something happen on that east side. But I think he felt so under pressure from Meister's initial push in the west that he felt like he didn't have enough stars. to put that together. But now we're going to see, I think, this 21 HP giant falling, or at least being taken down to low HP. This is one of those moments where you need to just kick Meister off of the land and prevent him from putting together any kind of siege.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the thing. Hoodrick has been holding their own on the land and not giving any ground. And Meister's path to victory is getting on the land and holding.
But now the Knights are coming out in full force.
This is a lot of attrition going on. A lot of posturing. A lot of, like, positioning. All right,
yeah, now we're seeing that raft sieging, and that's exactly what Meister wanted the whole time, was just to put rafts into the city. But it's only 5 HP, so it's going to die pretty quick. And he's also staring at a huge swath of Knights.
Yes.
And that is not great.
Yes.
I'm looking at this position and I'm thinking, he should probably try to get cloaks, but if he had gotten markets, like 6 to 10, 8 turns ago, that would have made this position much easier for him, where he can just spam as many bombers as he wants. He can turn everything under the sun into a bomber and just rip apart.
But markets, again, he needs 2 techs for that. He needs to construction and trade. He has to save up stars, and he is spending almost everything, so he doesn't have a way to bank stars to get more tech. Like,
he does not.
He should have done that 10 turns ago if he was going to do that.
But the bombers are moving up. This is it. This is it right here. This is Meister's push. He put the giant on the bridge, and now his bombers are going to be sliding up into the position. The rafts are coming up as well. He's going to target that 40 HP giant, and he's going to say, you need to back that up 1 tile. And you guys might be like, well, what does 1 tile mean? It means a lot.
Yeah.
When that 1 tile is defending everything.
I'm looking also. Okay, so he still has 55 stars to work with. And he's thinking, are we finally going to see him pivot to another tech?
I think we might see him say, okay, that's good enough. He might say that's good enough and then try to go for markets here.
Or something. Cloaks. Something.
Meister overextending. Bara saying Meister is overextending here. Can Viking punish? Does Viking have enough right here? He's saying he doesn't have a second giant to follow up. And this is true. I mean, he's got the giant in the east, but he doesn't have a second giant in the water right now to make things happen. He can make one this turn pretty cheaply, 7 stars, in that border growth city.
Mm-hmm.
And that center bridge is absolutely what the players are fighting over. Bara saying Viking needs to fight for the control of the center bridge, and that's exactly what he was trying to do here.
The bridge is really interesting. That dynamic. Do you remember when they added bridges to the game? At first they cost more. Look!
Construction.
Look!
Construction. The markets are here.
Yay!
The markets are here for Meister.
Okay.
He's going to be going for it. And there's another giant.
He is pivoting into another tech. After the markets come out, after the windmills come out, we're going to see the markets and he's going to get more income. Yes.
He's finally saying, all right, I've put my best attack forward. Viking is going to be under pressure for quite a few turns. I have the breathing room I need to get the markets going. And you guys might be saying, well, he was winning the whole time. And it's true, he was. But if you give Hoodrick space, they'll just build up a huge star advantage, and they'll get all the techs they need, and their attack, after it comes in, will be devastating.
All right, the Knight...
So Meister is trying to prevent that.
Hitting the Juggernaut, but not doing much. And, Viking cannot see that Meister got the windmill. He doesn't know that is coming. He doesn't have the vision up there. All right, using his riders to hit the Juggernaut, because, again, the Juggernauts do not retaliate. So that's some easy, free hits without any retaliation.
He's trying to take this Juggernaut all the way down because he wants
Yeah,
to
send in
chain
a
through
knight.
it.
It unsieging.
But I don't think
anyway.
that... I think he wants to... Yeah, there we go. Okay, he's going to try to kill this scout, and now he can put his own Juggernaut into the port and get this massive splash. I think that's going to be his angle here. Yeah, it is. And there we go. Okay, now this 1 HP catapult that's been neutered is going to be important for allowing this chain to happen. But that 10 HP bomber is not going to die. So he's just going to go ahead and take a hit on that defender raft instead. And yeah, Barra's mentioning the pop cap for Meister. He's been training defenders every turn. And now that play pattern is starting to lead to him being, you know, unable to train any more units.
Yeah, Barra.
Meanwhile,
yeah, he needed the construction just to grow the cities to get more. He has so many units, right?
absolutely. I mean, he's clogged that entire area with units. And I think Viking overextended here. I think that Meister's going to be able to punish this, and he's going to be able to punish it in a really convincing manner. He's got so many rafts.
Was that a mistake? Oh. Okay. That's not going to hold, but he's making a push. He dropped in a 4 hit point defender.
Yeah, the 4 hit point defender is going to be sieging here. But maybe more importantly, he's going to be able to deny some income and open up some space here.
Yep. I mean, that's totally a good trade. Dropping in a 4 hit point unit to deny how much stars? I don't know. That's totally worth it. What's that city?
It should be 5 stars.
Yeah. Level... Bruce is 0 stars now, but yeah, level 4 city with a workshop.
You know, Eastbark, Bar is saying that a knight should kill a defender bomber with a defense bonus.
I see that, Bara. I see that.
So if we didn't know and we wanted to check, what would we do?
I was just going to say, Bara, did you use a magical calculator tool that we happen to have in the Discord server where you can put in what units you have and you find out how much attack you need to kill the defender? Is that what you did, Bara? Bara, you're so smart. Shout out to Bara on Arctic Wolves. Let's go. Thank you, Bara.
Now, I'm saying it leaves it on 1 HP, but I could be wrong about that.
We should check with PolyCalculator. What does PolyCalculator say?
You know, I'm offloading that responsibility onto Bara, though, because I've got to watch this game. I've got to watch Meister. So many bombers. That is 6 bombers in the water.
Wow. Okay, that Juggernaut's going down. 2 sieges, which, again, Viking can unsiege, but this is, again, putting the pressure on and reducing his income.
Exactly. And Viking is really light on units at this point. He's got a few riders lying around. He's got a few knights.
He's got knights.
He really put everything
catapults
into that attack.
Yeah.
He really committed all of his giants. And now at this point, I think that the door is open for Meister. I think that Meister found his angle, and Viking didn't play patiently enough. It does kill. All right, well, you know, the more you know. Thanks to PolyCalculator, we now know that Viking had the chain available to him.
Thank you, Bara. Thank you, PolyCalculator. Poly Champions is brought to you by...
I don't believe him.
I always used to say, Poly Champions is brought to you by PolyCalculator. That was our sponsor for a long time.
This video is sponsored by PolyCalculator. I'm running that calculation, by the way, because I feel like that can't be true.
Don't we have a rival calculator now? I think there used to be a monopoly.
It leaves it on 2 HP.
We have 2 calculators.
Bara, you've deceived us.
Bara.
See, I had that intuition. I've been playing this game for too long. If I didn't know what the threshold was, I'd be doing my team a great disservice. So it should kill it on 9 HP. That
All right.
should be the
0 stars
threshold.
left. Now it's Viking's turn. We're going to see
And
some...
he's got 93 stars.
He's going to get the Emperor's Tomb if he wants to... Oh my gosh.
He might try.
He could
might
chop
try to get Emperor's Tomb.
or disband. Right? He could disband with Free Spirit. We'll see.
He could, and he's got some chops left in the tank, so he could definitely...
He could get another giant in that middle city with the monument. But first priority is to unsiege, which he can do with some catapults.
I think Viking's looking into position and thinking, like, how do I get through this?
Yeah.
Right? Like, what can I do? Because he lost his archers, which were a good way for him to pick away at those bombers.
Oh!
And there it is. There's the resignation.
Wait, what turn is it? 25, chat. You were
23.
right. Yeah, under 25. I meant under 25, so chat was correct. Just barely under 25 turns.
Good game. Well played.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, that was fantastic.
Really well done.
Beautiful game from Meister. Viking tried so hard to hang on and turn it around and just barely unable to.
All right, so I'm going to take a quick break. I don't know if the players need a break.
I think they might.
I think we should give them a 5-minute break. Because how long's this stream been going? Over 2 hours?
Yeah, we should maybe give them a short break. And Meister, yeah, he's saying needs a short break
Yeah.
after that super intense game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough one for sure. And now Meister has 1 game, so if he wants to claw his way back, he's gonna have to win 3 more. Meanwhile, Viking only has to win 2.
Okay, I will be back in a little bit. See ya.
Sounds good. We're looking at the series going to probably Game 7, if I had to guess. The standing now 1-2 in favor of Viking. So I'm going to put a quick poll out for you guys. Do we think the series is going to reach Game 7? I think it'd be super exciting. I haven't spoiled what Game 7 is going to be yet, but I'm telling you guys, it is spicy. It is so spicy. So I would love for the series to reach Game 7. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit more water. I think we got to buckle up, guys, for a really nice long series between these 2 Titans. So just give me a moment and I'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. Let me see how think about whether or not the series is going to reach Game 7. It looks like we aren't sure at all. eSpark, do we think the game is going to reach Game 7?
I don't think
Or the
so.
match is going to reach Game 7?
I don't think so. I'm going to say it's going to... Well, what? We have where it's 2-1. Viking has 2. Meister has 1.
It's Viking 2, Meister 1. I'm invested in the Game 7. I think it'd be so great if we could go all the way to Game 7. And then Barra saying if Meister trusted Forestry and Chop, he might have been in the lead. That was a tough game for him, and he almost made it work despite that. But yeah, the Chop idea for Ima is very strong and could have allowed him to come back. We can actually take a look at that game too. That was their second game here.
Oh, the second game you want to look at?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can take a quick peek. So, Barra was saying that Meister should have just gone for Forestry here. So you can go hunting and then Forestry, pre-capture. And then go for the super chop everything. Yep. The turn 3 Forestry. Would have allowed Meister to really go aggressive. He could have then gone riding and tried to build up a huge economic lead with all these unchopped forests. He really had a lot of them too. But instead he's he's just going to stick with hunting. He's going to go ahead and get a workshop. And it's principled, but yeah, Barra's right that you can get away with getting Forestry here, and now Forestry is more expensive.
So are we waiting for the players to ready up? It looks like
the players are taking a quick break.
Okay. Did you start match 3? It looks like it started.
I believe match 3 is started, so the players should be able to see it, and we're just waiting for them to ready up for it.
Okay. I think they.
Player.
I think the setting is that they have 5 minutes, but you can do.
Is the setting?
You can do relaxed deadlines, I think.
Okay.
Meisterlampe's ready, but I don't know where Viking's at. I just don't want to... Okay, they're both ready. Never mind.
The go-to game timer is 15 minutes.
Okay, no problem. So good. We're fine.
We're good.
All right. Okay, it looks like we're going to start the next one soon.
Mm-hmm. Should be an exciting one as well. This is game 4.
Could
put Viking.
What are the tribes? Is it the same? Is it like reversing like we did before?
It's still the same. And Viking is on Yadak.
Okay.
Now, I will say, I think Viking's Yadak is really strong. Viking has demonstrated before that he plays really well into those aggressive play styles.
Meister, they're gonna meet on land, right? They have a land connection, so we're gonna see. And Meister's sending his archer up towards Viking in the north, and he can see the terrain. So Meister has to know he's going towards his opponent.
It's the water.
Yeah,
the water's blocking.
They're gonna have to get climbing.
No
well,
yeah.
Could a bridge could work there?
A bridge would reach, but for the moment, it looks like we're going to be seeing the lighthouse opening for Yadak, which is a great opening. We love seeing that because it makes the upgrades cheaper.
Interesting.
And we typically see another warrior, but looks like Viking is going to hold off for the moment.
Oh, that's another bad village for Hoodrick, right? He needs another tech to be able to up. Oh, Org! What? Oh, that's different.
Oh my goodness.
That's different.
Are we going to see Hoodrick construction rush?
Wow.
This would be insane. Hoodrick construction rush at the top level would be insane.
This is very unusual.
I think what we're seeing here is Meister wanting to get both of his
if he gets an explorer, it's not going to go. It's not going to go. It didn't go because of the mountain. Oh.
And no lighthouse either. He knows he's safe. He knows he's got the ruins, but he is laked.
Wow. He tried to get vision, but that mountain blocked it. So what are his options? He could go for those ruins. He could try to build up his... He can go construction. You think water? But he doesn't have any ports except for that one little garbage village down there that he can't upgrade because he doesn't have...
He's got to make it to the other side of the map because he only has probably one more village on his little...
His
I think he's bonusing here. He's going to bonus.
Okay.
This is a bonus for Meister.
Understandable.
Bonus from Meister.
Yes. Good choice. Good choice, Meisterlampe. That's the time to use a bonus.
That would have been terrible if he had tried to play out that game.
Yeah.
So while the second here to go ahead and cancel that.
Can you remind us of the bonus rules for this event?
So the host, if they're skipping turn 0, can bonus by turn 4, and the away player must bonus by turn 3. All right, and now we have our game coming up once again. Bonus is going to come out from Meister. Obviously not a great spawn for Hoodrick, so he wisely took the bonus there.
Okay, here's the other game.
Now, another watery spawn for Yadak here.
Maybe some bridge opportunities. We'll see how the map plays out. They're farther away, so that favors Hoodrick being able to take their time before they have to engage.
That's right.
Ooh, a ruin.
Ruin first.
Ooh.
Ruin first.
Okay.
I like that decision a lot.
Yeah.
If the ruin is good, it could really accelerate Viking's game plan here.
The ruin could be really good. Oh.
And now he gets an explorer ruin, no lighthouse, but he gets to see where he's going here. He's going to be expanding into the southeast side. And he also maybe has some expansion options into the north. Road south turn 0 is crazy, says Bara. I don't hate it. I think if there had been villages on both sides of that fruit, he would have been in a much better spot. But as it stands, the one village is definitely problematic for him. But it looks like he's got really great density. Like, if we look in the west side, he has room for a lot of villages. And just based on where the resources are, we can probably say there's at least 2 more villages.
He's debating where to send his warrior, but he has 6 stars. Can move on to the village, go for Org. What do you think?
I think he's got to be careful here. He probably, I would say, I would love to see him go warrior south. I'd love to see him just delay capture a little longer.
Because the other warrior can get that village, right? What else is it going to do?
Yeah.
And you need to go for the contested villages, right? Because he could also go west, but that's safe. Like, no, there's no risk over in the west.
Yeah. I think they can capture 2 cities on turn 4, get organization, get his road connections. Maybe feels a little bit better. He's going to go ahead and bonus as well. Viking is going to bonus here.
Okay.
We're seeing the bonus coming out from Viking.
Okay. So we're going to see a new map.
Yeah, we're going to see one more map. Both players have used their bonus. So this is it.
Viking did not like that. He was not happy with the way that that turned out.
No, he would have loved a better ruin, and he would have loved access to his opponent, and he got neither of those, and so he says, "No, sir, not going to be playing that one out."
Yeah. I like that they have the option for the bonuses. Wouldn't it be cool if they could do that in the World Championship? What do you guys think? I'll put that in the poll. Can we put a poll? Should they have bonus restarts
poll the audience here.
In the World Championships? Or no, it would take forever. I'm going to start a poll. All right, here we go. We have another game. Let's see how this looks. Again, they're not close. So Yadak, Vikings in the north. Meister, Hoodrick
in the east.
In the east.
I think Viking has a much better spot
Yes.
Here.
Yes, we see.
Rich in animals for Meister. Look at all
Yes.
those animals.
They both have to be happier, right? Because
yeah, this is
Yadak has nice suburbs, and Meister doesn't have to go org to upgrade his cities. He can go the traditional way using hunting. All right, getting a workshop.
Look at all those animals. Both players have fantastic spawns.
Yes.
This is looking like a super exciting game. Workshop for Viking.
No,
whoa.
No explorer.
Does not risk the center.
No explorer. Okay.
No explorer.
That's.
Look at market spots. Oh my gosh, the beautiful markets. Beautiful markets for Meister.
Yeah, both of them have really good resources.
Yeah, this is looking fantastic.
We're gonna see this game go.
This
this has a lot of octane. All right, this is gonna really be high level income.
But now we're seeing the road connections coming out for Viking, and he's gonna be able to get his upgrades quickly, set up his economy, and on the other side, Meister, because he has animals across all of his cities, is just gonna be able to go for this beautiful opening where he gets upgrades across the board.
The Explorer
comes out. He's going to meet his opponent.
And get the lighthouse? Yes. Is he going to use the archer to get the other lighthouse? Yes. Oh, and a ruin. Yep. Ooh. Okay.
This is excellent. This is excellent for Meister.
Yes.
He actually can sneakily pick up that village that's on the other side of that lake. But veteran swordsman in the center of the map for Viking.
But you know...
It's
close. The thing is, it's closer. At least it's not on the very, perimeter of the map.
Exactly. I do like this veteran swordsman. It's going to create a lot of space for Viking.
Yeah.
But because he doesn't have an explorer, he doesn't know exactly what the situation looks like. And now it looks like he can deny.
And also, Meister can hit with archers, right? Ranged units are great for taking down tank units. Okay, here's the...
Yeah, we're going to have to see Meister train some archers here. Otherwise, he's going to be in trouble.
Forestry for a hut. We saw that coming. And he has 5 stars, so he can get another upgrade.
He's going to figure out his market spots now before things get a little too crazy.
Yeah. Really nice sawmill spots. Market potential there.
Yeah. Now, it looks like we're going to see an archer coming out. Yes, we will. Okay, he's going to be able to contest. And now Viking steps in to range of that village, realizing the village is there, realizing Hoodrick is also there. All the units are converging.
But this is, I like Yadak's position here. I think with that sword on the edge. Okay, but what's he going to get from the...
Ooh, that's not a bad result.
Yeah.
Not a bad result at all.
Because he can road his archers up, and it's one step closer to markets. That's not bad.
Yeah. He has to keep getting you.
Yeah.
Here, though. He can't get greedy. He sees the Yadak position. He's got to assume that Yadak is there, and has.
He's got to train a bunch of archers,
he
right?
Archers this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has 11 stars. He can get the archers now. He
does.
could.
I think he's considering.
Could he upgrade
upgrading.
and get he could spend 9 stars? Yeah, for 5 stars back. And then.
And there's the sawmill spots.
And still get some archers. Oh, he got a rider. Ooh.
And one more archer would be excellent here.
Or he could get another rider. But versus the sword, an archer is a better option.
Yeah, I think he really needs one more archer here, and if he doesn't get it, he's going to be in trouble. Will Meister recognize the threat that is possible? Okay, he does get another rider. I don't dislike the rider. I think the rider was still good. But now there's going to be this brutal play where if he hits with the warrior first, he can kill with the vet sword, and the vet sword blocks. And that is going to allow Viking to potentially make a good play for this village. His only problem here, though,
farming.
is that even though he can make the play, farming, he needs giants.
Yeah.
He needs to build up his late game. If Viking can capture this city that's close to Meister, he'll be able to get his Grand Bazaar, and that is closer to the giant. He does have a giant in the west with the 3 farms.
Yes.
However, it's slow. It's not going to reach the front lines right away.
Well, but he has roads. He can road the giant in. It's better than nothing. And he does...
It is better than nothing.
He can also get the Grand Bazaar with that other village. Again, it's slower. The ideal thing would be for him to capture that contested village between them.
Yeah, it looks like people are saying that bonus restarts should not be in the World Championship. The majority say that it would not be good. But Meister has this nice play here where he can kick...
Yeah. There. Oh.
Can kick Viking off the village.
With the archer?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's actually pretty bad for Viking, who would love at this point to be able to now step on the village with the vet sword. But as it stands, he can't.
Yeah.
But Meister can just calmly train another archer, and it's going to be a little bit rough.
The sword can advance on that other city, can kill the archer, but that middle city, that contested village, that's going to be like a no man's land for a while.
Yeah. Neither player is necessarily going to be able to take it. But as Hoodrick, you don't want your opponent shoving giants in your face right away.
Yeah, but Yadak just has so much more potential for expansion right now.
He does. And that's going to maybe... Ooh, if he makes 3 roads this turn, he could probably secure the village. If Viking makes 3 roads, 1 under the warrior in the north, and then 2 more to connect the village to the rest of his empire, he's going to be able to kill the archer and then move the warrior onto the village. But it's a pretty costly maneuver.
He wants the giant instead. Okay. He's going for the giant
could still do it.
In the west.
A monument down to get 5 stars back would allow him to still make this play. But I think that he might play a little bit more passively and just try to build up his economy.
I agree.
If we see Viking go into construction, it would be really strong.
Yeah.
He's actually got some pretty good markets here.
Yeah, I'm still thinking that just Meister's hemmed in. He doesn't have territory to expand. That village he's getting now is not great. And Viking's just going to have more villages. He doesn't have to go super aggressive, to build those 3 roads. He can just take his time and build up his cities. Like, I agree with you. I'd love to see construction for Yadak. Meisterlampe is thinking here, considering his choices. How can he knock Viking off that contested village? He's got riders. He's going to use the weaker rider to kill. And roads coming out for Meisterlampe.
Now?
He can road the archer. Right? There's the archer first, and then kill with the rider and bounce back. But he has no stars left. He has no stars left to train units.
I think Meister's going to hopefully be able to position his units in such a way that he can deny this ruin.
Yeah.
But yeah, no stars left, and not a great option to train units here. Or no great ways to train units, but he does have those 2 level 8 market spots, right? There's a level 5 sawmill here and a level 3 sawmill in capital, and he can use that to get some quick markets. It looks like he does want to try to deny some kind of positional objective for Viking here.
Bara was asking who's going to get that village.
Viking doesn't step on the ruin.
Yeah.
And now that warrior's going to die. And now he's not going to get either of those objectives.
Yeah. Bara was pointing this out. Who's going to get that village? Who's going to get that ruin? Because Meister has roads. He can send his riders up there. Wow.
Yes, he can. And Meister is down in giants, but he has the range units. And that's the thing that Hoodrick always has in their back pocket. They always have access to catapults. They always have access to archers. And there isn't a great line of attack here. So Viking's just going to have to keep playing principled. He's going to have to keep expanding. He's decided to make this a no man's land now.
Yes.
And with the giant that he made in his capital, he can now try to secure the village in the east.
Okay.
Well.
Ooh, so the rider moves up. Gonna make an attack.
Just going to get some vision.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen, in the northeast with that village and the ruin up there. The thing is, he has so small income, right? He only has 8 stars to work with. He needs more units. I think that's really the vulnerability here, is Viking just has more units on the board, and we'll see.
I think he also wants to try to get giants of his own, and he has access to them, but it's going to require him to get math. So I think he's going to save this turn and hopefully try to get mathematics. And if he can do that, then his position will look a lot better.
What's Viking going to get from the ruin? Viking, take the ruin! Oh! Riding.
He's going to wait.
Come on.
Now he's going to go onto the ruin. The giant comes forward as well.
He got riding. Oh, population.
Population.
Okay.
That's a pretty good ruin.
He needs one more. Yeah, he needs one more road and then the farm, so he can get another giant there. That's interesting. He's moving the giant to the northeast to secure. Who was saying he's going to lose both of those? I'm not sure about that. I think Yadak's going to get the ruin and the village.
Well, I did predict that Viking was going to prove me wrong, and he did. Once again, he's looking like he's going to secure both the village and the ruin.
Yeah, with the help of the giant, which he got from the population ruin. So maybe he couldn't have done it without the ruin.
Well, it looks like he has another ruin, too. That could be really big for him. And then on top of that, he's roading this giant onto the village next turn. So he's going to try to take it.
Oh, there it is.
And
there's
now
math.
He's going to get a giant of his own.
There's math.
Yeah.
This is what we love to see from Hoodrick, right? Sawmills, and then the markets. But will it be enough?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is the question. I mean, it looks like Meister's got just phenomenal markets. Like, I think his markets, once he gets them, will be really, really good. But he's pressed for stars. He really wants more stars.
Yes.
And he's not going to get them here. So until he can find a way to get his markets down, he's going to be in trouble.
Yep. He's just got to bide his time, try to deny Viking. Okay, what does he get? Another
population ruin.
Oh,
wow.
That's great for Viking. Another giant. Oh, denying Meister that village. And yeah, Viking's putting a claim on it. By putting that giant there, he's saying, this is mine. You cannot have it.
And that's not the only village he's going to claim like that. He's also going to do that in the center.
Yep, he can land a giant.
Pick up kills along the way.
On both villages. Ooh.
Now, the big question here is Meister can then bring his own giant up into the fray and threaten to siege. Viking's got a lot of units in range.
Viking
but
putting
he's top capped on his cities.
and Viking trying to block a little bit by putting those warriors up front of the giant.
Yep.
Bara saying it's over.
Yeah, Bara saying GG. I'm not so hasty. I think there's still some gas in the tank.
I think Vikings got this. I think this is really hard for Meister. This is really hard. Again, there's still all the south. I think, Yadak is going to get the territory in the south. Yadak has another ruin to pick up.
Indeed he does.
Shows the power of these contested villages in these no man lands, and how the priority really is claiming those contested villages. Once you have that, then
exactly.
That's huge in Polytopia.
I think we're going to see a catapult here for Meister.
He's got 12 stars. He can afford it.
Probably in his capital. Or he's going to save for markets. It's going to be one of the two.
Nope. No catapult. He's getting
another... the giant instead.
Okay.
He does have enough units at this point to potentially put on a siege next turn.
Oh.
But he may also be eyeing...
He chopped
getting his markets going.
For a warrior
yep.
And a giant. He wants to giant push the warrior. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what's Viking going to get? A sword.
That sword.
Not great.
Not great.
Doesn't matter. He has 2 giants up front. Climbing
and construction.
Ooh,
wow.
Construction makes
sense. For a giant.
Why did he get climbing?
He wants to kill that archer, and he's going to get this nice explorer.
Yeah, picks up the lighthouse
as well.
And now he can see, right, all what Meister's got, pretty much.
Yep. But this massive expenditure on tech means he's actually going to be slow to expand in the southwest. He is going to try to go for Eye of God here. It looks like he's going to also go for this archer kill.
Oh, right.
And that may...
Yes.
And may actually prevent the giant kill.
And climbing helps with the Eye of God, right? Because the getting on the mountains gives you more vision. Let's see. Here it goes.
I also want to point out this sneaky bridge. And there's the explorer.
Yes.
Eye of God next turn. Eye of God next turn.
Right, because he can move the warrior onto the mountain and, yep, get the vision. Eye of God is coming.
Yep, and that looks like a giant in the city that Meister would love to claim here. And it looks like he's going to be able to hold that. He's got vision of Meister's whole position. He's seeing how advantaged he is right now. But Meister can get the markets going. So Meister is still in it.
Yeah, it isn't over yet. And we've seen Viking turn around a position like this where he was Hudrick and he was down versus the Luxador situation. But I think this is going to be really challenging for Meisterlampe. We'll see.
I agree.
He's not giving up, though. He's still in it.
He's still got a number of kills that he can pick up this turn pretty much for free. And that is an advantage he has in his pocket here. Able to get some nice value with his riders.
He has 20 stars left. He's got to... We think he's saving for trade, right? Let's look at the tech tree.
He's going to get trade next turn. I think that's his plan.
16 stars for trade and then 5 for a market. I mean, he can get it with the 21 stars anyways. But he can put 2 markets? Let's see. Such great market potential here. Viking moving his giants up. Let's see the Eye of God. The warrior. Where's he going to put the monument? In the capital? Or... Because that giant there is
putting it in this contested city.
Oh.
He's saving that for the giant pop. Right?
In the contested city, he has 2 farms and a fruit.
Yeah. So just a monument, and then maybe like forestry, or like he's got construction, so you can potentially windmill as well.
He could put a windmill there. Yeah, the farms, the fruit, and a windmill. That could work. Yep. We're seeing.
And now we're seeing the markets getting set up, right? This is a really nice windmill spot. It's giving markets to 3 different cities.
And he can burn more forests if he wants later.
Yes, he can. So everything's getting set up for Viking. He's probably going to get trade next turn if he isn't looking at it already. And it looks like he can try to put the clamps down on this position. He's got water access in the west as well, so he can start to work towards getting dominance over there.
Yeah, he can put some units in the water in the west in a safe place.
So he's got the attacking lanes.
Yeah.
He can fight through the bottleneck by going on the water instead.
This looks really good for Viking. This looks really good for Viking. Yeah, Hudrick has to go trade, but again, will it be enough? Because Yadak's also going trade. Like, you know, they're both going. Okay, what's he going to get from the Ruin?
The Ruin could be
what?
Spiritualism.
Okay, wait. That could be good for Hudrick. Not the best tech. Trade would have been better. Stars would have been better. What do you think about spiritualism?
It's okay. I don't know. I don't think it's great.
Yeah. There were a few other things that could have been better.
It looks like he's delaying trade here. He's putting down a lot of roads.
Oh, no. Don't delay trade. We want to see your markets. Is it...
I think he's going to try to make some kind of big play this turn. Tons of blocks coming in as well.
Okay. He can get a couple veterans. But he has... What? Oh, he's going to siege with the giant?
I think he's going to try to put the giant in the city this turn.
Wow.
Big siege coming out.
Lots of blocks.
Big blocks as well.
Wow. Double veteran rider block. Interesting.
Is he going to buy climbing? He has to buy climbing here. If he doesn't buy climbing, that's a Houdini. Oh, maybe he's blocking enough tiles. Maybe he thinks the Houdini is not possible for Viking.
Oh my gosh.
But Viking has I've God in his back pocket.
Are we going to see a Houdini?
A Houdini would be magical for Viking here, and now Viking's staring at the position thinking,
oh, he is! Oh, he's going for it! Oh my gosh. Right? Why else would you put the rider, putting a warrior on a mountain? Why else would you do that? He has to put...
But if Viking thinks that he has climbing, he's going to be in trouble. He's looking at, like, how do I block the mountains?
He is.
And
he's blocking the mountains.
Units. I think he's missing some crucial units
He's
here.
blocking the mountains, but he doesn't need to block the mountains. Oh, he's doing it anyways.
All the units are in place.
Okay, let's see, you guys. Oh my goodness, is we going to see the Houdini with a windmill? Yeah.
Windmill here, yeah. He's got to put a bridge down as well.
He's burning forests. He doesn't need to.
There it is. The windmill's coming down. He's not even going to use the monument here, I think.
Expansion. What? Okay.
Oh.
What?
Now he's going to kill.
Is he going to burn some more farms? He's going to burn?
Now I've God is going to come down.
Oh, okay. Okay. And there's the Houdini.
Big Houdini.
Wow.
Viking. Guys, give it up for him. That was beautiful. Nice play. And now he's completely removed the pressure in the center of the board.
That push by Meisterlampe, choosing not to go for trade, putting those 2 veteran riders. And, you know, it's funny because, like, Viking assumed Meister had climbing, but he didn't. He didn't even need that. But to be extra sure, he blocked the mountains. Wow.
Yeah, he saw every possibility, and he said that was the one.
Wow.
and sure enough, gets the Houdini.
Well
it was
done.
expensive, but it was worth it.
Well done, Viking.
Completely turns the tables.
Oh, amazing. You know, that's so satisfying when you can pull off a Houdini. Oh my gosh. Such a good feeling.
Yeah, especially one like that where there's just so many factors. There was 2 veteran riders blocking. The resources were getting blocked too. Like, it was just really technical. And Viking is able to execute in a live game.
Okay, now he gets to climbing, but not trade. Are we going to see trade finally?
We've got to see trade here.
He's got
He's
to.
in so much trouble.
16 stars. He could still do it.
Maybe he's just going to put on another siege. Maybe that's his angle here. He's got the 6 units he needs.
Oh. We've seen this before from Meisterlampe where he delays getting trade. He did that in the other game. And I think, I mean, it didn't hurt him too much there, but he doesn't prioritize trade. Oh,
he's going to resign. He's going to resign.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Game 3 goes to Viking.
So, no, that's game 4.
The series 3-1. Sorry, game 4 goes to Viking.
Yeah.
Series 3-1 in favor of Viking. And
Right.
now,
Wow.
ladies and gentlemen, we've got one more tribe matchup before game 7, and our third tribe matchup. It's another exciting one. I was allowed to kind of, work on my tribe matchups here for the World Championship, and I picked one that I think you guys would be interested in. We have Zabasi versus Barter. Zabasi's going to be skipping turn 0. So a little bit rough for the turn 0 tribe, having to skip turn 0. But they do get that warrior, that extra warrior that they get on turn 1.
Chris, tell me, how were these tribes decided? It was you and the players and you agreed, or was there a pick ban system?
So earlier in the tournament, we were doing a drafting system where players were allowed to draft the tribes that they wanted to play. But for the finals, considering that we've got 7 games, we needed something a little bit more structured. So we wanted the players to get a chance to play both sides of the same matchup.
I like that.
And that's helpful. But on the other hand, we also want these matchups to be fair, and we want them to be diverse and different. And so when we look at this, we're thinking we want turn 0 tribes. We haven't seen that yet in the matchups, and we don't want Imperius. We think Imperius is the strongest tribe on normal lakes. We want to see something other than Imperius. We're going to Zabasi and Barter.
Imperius is kind of boring, right? We've seen that. Too strong. So a little more diversity. We see some different stuff going on.
Yeah. So we're going Zabasi. We're going Barter. Zabasi, economic tribe. They love construction. They can also go ride roads when they feel like it. And on the other hand, Barter, aggressive, flexible. They can do it all. They aren't great at everything. The resources are sometimes pretty mediocre, but they're a tribe that rewards you for great decision-making, great foresight. And so the player who's playing Barter is going to have to find the angle, but they're being given an advantage. Host is skipping turn 0. That means that away moves first. So we will see if that is enough here.
I don't know. I favor Zabasi, even with the skipping turn 0. I think just with going construction rush and the option to get lots of giants and then transitioning into markets is I think that's a stronger overall path than Barter. But we'll see. I mean, the main thing with Zabasi, right, is they don't have a lot of ranged units, and Barter can go catapults and archers. So, yeah, it's an interesting matchup, but I feel like I favor Zabasi for that. But how's it going to work? So we don't know who's going to be the host because a challenger mode is mysterious like that.
Challenger mode is what they do is they do random hosts for the first game, and then it just alternates across all the matches. And because they play each matchup twice, they'll get a chance to host in each matchup at least once. And I haven't spoiled our final match. Our final match is a very spicy one, so I'm not going to spoil it unless we get there. But Meister's going to have an uphill battle. He's going to have to win 2 more games if he wants to see that game 7.
So Viking
And
has won 3.
Meister,
he only needs
he has
1 more to claim it, or is it he needs 5
he
to
only
win?
needs 1 more.
Yeah, okay. So
he just needs to win 1 more game.
Okay, so if Viking wins this next one, and what's the prize? Remind us, what does the winner of this contest get?
$500 for first place. Second place walks away with $250. Or sorry, $150. So really, really solid prize support.
It's a lot of money on the line.
First place.
That's good money for a Polytopia tournament. That's really good.
Yeah. We're very fortunate to have a sponsor for PolyTitans who's willing to chip in to make this tournament possible. When players heard about this, they were really excited, and I was able to bring in a lot of the top players. So for those of you who don't know how the tournament works, it's 16 players each cycle, and they play in a group stage where it's 4 players per group, and it is a tense group stage because only the top player from each group will advance to the bracket. So you have to win against the 3 players in your group. Then you go to the bracket where you're against 3 other top players. You have to fight your way through a best of 5 in the semifinals. And if you win that, you're in the finals, which is a best of 7. So it's a long road to the finals. And the players who won have absolutely deserved it. We've had players like Bara. We've had players like Arthur. Meister has won. So both Arthur, Meister, and Bara, all on Arctic Wolves.
Woo! Let's go!
Arctic Wolves, lots of representation. But we've also had Astria take home a win. So Astria is the other PolyTitans cycle winner. And then we have other big names. Justini has uploaded some videos, so he's been playing in PolyTitans. We've had some of the other World Championship representatives. We've had DTAT. We've had Dreamlander. I mean, big names, people who played last year in the World Championships, people who are up and coming. Right now, Levon is going to get his invite shortly to PolyTitans.
Yes. Levon's
Dobby,
great.
another.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Chris, how does one get into PolyTitans? You're naming all these, like, top players. What does it take to get into PolyTitans?
So, if you want to make it into the tournament, there's a few things you need to keep in mind. The first thing is that we have people monitoring tournament results across the Polytopia scene. And these are mostly live game tournaments because we want to find the best live game players. And we're looking for top finishes. We're looking for first places, second places, third places, podium finishes across the board. And we're looking for big tournaments. So we don't want to see someone sweeping a tournament with a bunch of nobodies. We want to see someone who's showing up to the World Championship qualifiers, to the Polyseums, to the Poly Champions Bullet tournaments.
Right.
We want to see people winning those tournaments. And if they win, that's when we start looking at them. And if they're winning multiple times, if they're winning consistently, that's when we say, hang on, we think this person's got something. We shoot them an invite. We shoot them a DM. We say, hey, are you interested in playing in this tournament? And it is a big time commitment. You have to show up. You have to schedule your own matches. You have to play against these top players. But so far, the feedback has been really positive. So if you're someone who's competitive and who loves live games, definitely give it a shot. Try to work your way up. Try to win those big tournaments. And, who knows? Maybe you'll be the next recipient of an invite.
Something starting? What's happening?
All right, here we go. We are in Game 5. Viking up 3 games to 1. This could be the last game of the series.
Yeah, Viking just needs to win
Zabasi.
one. All right, so what do we
Zabasi
have?
versus Barter.
Who is who? Viking the Cat is Barter. Meisterlampe is Zabasi. Zabasi had to skip turn 0 because they have an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But they do get that warrior as compensation, so they aren't too far behind in terms of expansion. The big thing for them, I don't like this spawn for Meister at all. Look at this. This is ugly. What do you think?
Yeah, I was just thinking, are we going to see another bonus restart? I forgot the rules about the bonus.
he can bonus by turn 4 because he skipped turn 0. But he does find his villages, and he finds a ruin. His resources are not great, though. I don't know. I'm not a
Maybe
huge
he's
fan
gonna
of this
go
spawn.
for the lighthouse and then upgrade his capital with the farm. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like this is one of those spawns where you aren't really seeing what you want to see with Zabasi, which is the great windmill spots, the potential for markets. This feels like a bonus. I think
Yeah.
if Meister doesn't bonus, he's going to be in trouble. He does bonus.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay.
Bonus comes in from Meister.
Yeah.
That is absolutely what we wanted to see.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I was definitely thinking like, oh, how are the... But, yeah, because like you were saying, Zabasi needs either riders and access, which wouldn't really have played out so much here, or like great market spots. Not really seeing that. So we will see another game shortly.
We will indeed.
Exit out of this. We're going to start over. Again, this is a bonus. So Meisterlampe does not get another bonus. He used his bonus, but technically Viking could use a bonus.
Yeah, Viking could choose to restart, and that would mean we would see a third Sabasi versus Barter map. And let's see if this is more favorable. Oh my goodness gracious. 4 farms on his capital.
Okay, Meister's got to be happy. Wow. And they're close. It looks like they're going to have some confrontation pretty soon, right? Because they're both heading towards the middle of the map. Wow. Okay, yeah, those farms are...
That's an incredible Zabasi spawn. I mean,
very
everywhere,
nice.
Great villages. He even sees the barter terrain. He knows his opponent is close.
Yes.
The markets are there as well. I mean, this is it. This is what you want to see.
Yeah. But the question is Viking gonna bonus? He can also...
He's got one more turn.
Does he see the Zabasi terrain?
There's no way. 4 farms on his second city too.
Oh my gosh. Viking, you got a bonus, dude.
Viking's got a bonus. He's got to go for the bonus, man.
He's got
his third turn. He can upgrade his capital. He can get an explorer as well. And if this explorer beats Meister and reveals the spawn.
Yes. Okay.
Explorer.
Okay, he can see it. He's got to. Okay, he's got to see the bonus. He's got to be like.
The 4 farms in the second city.
You got to do it,
he gets
dude.
the lighthouse as well.
Is he gonna play?
This is a big moment. Will Viking bonus in this game? If he doesn't bonus, we are going to see an absolute banger, and I think this is the bonus. This is definitely the bonus for Viking.
Oh, he got another warrior.
If it's not, we're going to be in trouble. We're going to be in trouble. Will Viking bonus to really pass the turn? Huge moment. He's thinking carefully.
Okay, he's taking his time. He's got
the level 3. He's got some ruins he can contest.
Let's see what he can see. He cannot see his He cannot see Meister's capital. He can only see the C2.
No.
Right? He doesn't see that amazing capital spawn. So he's really got to consider, is it worth it? Oh,
He's going to bonus.
Okay.
He's gonna bonus. Wow.
You did the right thing, Viking.
Wow.
You did the right thing.
Jeez.
Wow.
Avoids disaster with that bonus.
But that's the point of the bonus. So you don't have these really lopsided spawn losses and spawn wins.
Exactly. So it's one of those situations where we don't want to have Zabasi roll over Barter.
No, we want to see good play. We want to see good strategy. We want to see interesting plays. Okay, this looks a little more even. Yeah. Okay.
I think it does. Not great farms across the board.
Also, Zabasi's going to have a hard time getting the lighthouse in his own backyard. He's going to have to, walk really far or get fishing or... That's awkward with that little land in the east.
Yeah. No real ability to get the lighthouse, but we do see the 3 warrior opening from Zabasi.
Mm-hmm.
And Viking looks like he's going with this 2 warrior barter opening, he doesn't want to go for the riding start, which some players do like as barter.
He can't upgrade his C2.
No, barter resources there really coming back to bite him. And Meister's second city is once again phenomenal.
Yeah.
So we are going to have to see Viking pulling out all the stops here because his position doesn't look great off the rip.
And he's forced to go forestry to upgrade.
I think we may see him chop both the forest and his capital to get that workshop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
There it is. There it is.
Chopping.
Yep. And this is how he's going to be able to keep up economically with Sabasi, who just has so much available population across their cities. Now hunting.
Wow. That's unusual for Zabasi. Usually we don't see hunting. All right, Explorer, are they going to meet? Yes. Oh, no.
No. And look at this mountain wall. These mountains that Viking found earlier are actually blocking him off from some crucial villages and the rest of the map.
So why did Meister go for hunting? Is that the only way he can upgrade with the animal and the farm because he can't get the lighthouse?
I think he might actually be trying to go for archery.
Wow.
Potentially. And he sees this other city that he can upgrade in the north and get an explorer with.
Okay.
And that is going to allow him...
Yes.
Okay.
Here's the other explorer. Is he going to get the Eye of God? I don't think... Oh, yeah, it didn't quite make it. Yeah.
No lighthouse.
But vision. Really helpful vision.
Exactly. And now he has a nice level 3 upgrade on his second city as well.
Yeah. With the animal and the farm. I think the animal choice is really interesting. Going for hunting and maybe, like you said, leading into archery. We'll see. Barter could go onto the ruin. I wonder if can Zabasi kick him off the ruin? I'm going to put back on the shared.
I think he did train a warrior at the end of his turn.
I'm gonna put
yes, he
back on
did.
the shared
Okay,
fog.
so he's going to be able to kick him off. And now, securing the ruin also can go into archery later because he bought hunting.
Yep.
And so we may actually see an archery game. Barra says it's riding for both sides. I would also like to see Meister try to get some giants.
Yes.
He's got the possibility for...
construction, burning farms.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the riding.
There's riding.
Barra also says thinking about getting climbing.
There's math. Yes.
Oh,
yes,
no
yes,
climbing. It's going to be math. So barter trying to build up the economy.
Here is pretty... no explorer for Viking here, but he does have his giant on the way.
Yes.
And fantastic sawmill spot.
Yes. Because he got math.
Of his city.
He can get a giant with math.
Yeah, he could get a huge border growth here, take a lot of space, and that giant can push forward as well.
Let's see what Meister gets.
Oh my goodness, Star Ruin. Star Ruin. Oh, wow.
Okay, so he can afford construction and he can get his own giant soon.
Yeah, I think that is the play here for Meister. Construction would just be fantastic. He needs to keep up. He needs to keep pace for the Giants, but he may also consider roads. If he can get to the rest of the map fast enough, he'll just have a massive village advantage.
Yes.
And it's not like Viking has much to play for here.
Yes.
Viking's capital's resources are just terrible.
And Viking doesn't have any villages to get to. I mean, he can walk that unit over to the west, but Meister has access to more villages faster.
Yeah. He's got a really nice position here.
Okay, how much for construction?
Construction
is 13.
Yeah, I think he's saving.
He saved 17 stars. 14 stars, he'll have 24 next turn.
And now Viking, massive border growth here, gonna pick up so much space and hopefully get his giant up this turn. And I think he will chop a couple forests and go straight for that giant. Yep, there it is. Big level 5 sawmill. Can eventually try to set up a market there as well. And has the monument to place for the 5 stars in capital. That's really, really nice for Viking. Now the question is this giant going to be enough? Eastpark, what do we think?
No, I don't think it's enough.
I like heavily disadvantaged.
I like Meister's position here. He's going to pick up more villages. He's going to be able to get construction. He's going to get, and again, he still has the option to go for archers because he has hunting, so he could get some archers and pick some arrows into the giant. So yeah, we'll see.
I think that's a great call, and not only that, not only does he have archers, but also he can just move all his units forward here. Like, he can totally smother Viking's giant because he wants to prevent that catapult from getting trained. He chooses not to. He chooses to keep the units back. But the catapult here for Viking would be pretty annoying. So the question now is, will Viking invest in that, or will he try something else?
Now, Viking finds 2 ruins. He'll move on to them next turn and claim them the turn after. Those could be interesting. Climbing for barter. Yeah, to get over that wall of mountains there. I'm going to call that...
now he's going to try to put together an attack. His giant can walk across these 2 mountains in the east, but his warrior spam is just going to be met by a ton of riders.
Yeah.
And if we know anything about...
Riders are great. Look at that. The hit and the bounce, and then he can reach the village next turn.
Yeah.
Very nice. Another
his
hit and bounce.
Here is completely turbocharged.
Ooh, yes. I like it.
This is looking so good for Meister.
Yep.
Definitely a position you would not want to lose. And I think we're going to see him go all the way to the giant here. Burning is only 3 stars, remember?
Yeah.
So this is just a giant this turn.
There it is.
He can get the monument for 5 stars back.
Yep.
And now he's going to be able to train some more units as well.
And that giant, the barter giant is slow, you know? The barter giant can move on to the mountain and have the defense bonus, but I think Meister's going to have time to get his own. Okay, he gets the lighthouse. 2 ruins next turn. This could be helpful. I wonder if we're going to see archery from Meisterlampe. There's the catapult. And sieging with a warrior, but Meisterlampe can unsiege.
He can indeed. But the catapult, look at that cheeky catapult on the west side.
It's very...
in Orkbu. Look at that.
Yeah, so he's going to use that to deny that rider getting the village.
He doesn't have vision. He doesn't have vision.
Oh, I can't see it. Oh, I have shared vision on. I'm going to go back.
Maybe if he gets an explorer ruin in the west, he could get vision of that village and deny it.
Yeah. He can't see.
Worst case scenario, though, he just sets up an endless chain of sieges onto that level 1 city with his warriors. And that's not a bad outcome either.
Yeah, just be annoying there.
Yeah.
So how can Meisterlampe deal with this barter giant? Can he get his own giant there, burn some forests?
I think the plan here is maybe to just road a giant up to that city.
Okay.
Oh, terrible explorer ruin for Viking here. That's going to get no vision.
Yeah.
What about the other ruin? Will Viking get a second explorer here? Veteran swordsman. Well, that's not what you like to see at all.
So yeah, now that cheeky catapult doesn't have much to do at the moment.
No, it does not.
And yeah.
Viking's going to walk in here. And I think Meister's just going to have to give that one to him.
for now. But like you said, you think he's going to road the giant up, try to take it back. But look, he has those 2 catapults in range. I don't think Meister's going to be able to take it back. He can he get it? My question is, can he get a giant there?
He has... It's really tough, honestly.
He doesn't have a good...
he's going to go for it.
Windmill, he could burn, but... I don't know if it's...
I think his plan here... I think Meister's plan here is just going to be play for the rest of the map, let Viking have the city, and then see if you can either go for markets or maybe go into archery. Archery would be really good here. Archers and roads to try to answer these catapults. Nice veteran warrior for Meister.
Yep.
That's going to keep that warrior alive.
He got
and
fishing.
Fishing.
Interesting.
I think he's going to go for an explorer here. Oh, workshop instead. I do like the workshop anyway.
Fishing, he can upgrade the middle city, right, with the fish and the animal.
Yep.
But fishing, is he going to get a navy? No, that doesn't make sense. All right.
No, I think he's just going to give Viking the city.
Yeah.
He's gambling. He's saying Viking having the city is not a problem for me.
Wow.
And Viking's thinking, how can I take advantage of this?
Or
if Viking goes into riding and roads here, it would be excellent.
He has 20 stars. Riding is 7. Roads is 10. He's re-sieging that little city again. He's just going to keep doing that.
Yeah, and actually him having control of that city in the southwest with the veteran swordsman is great.
Okay, he picks up
He's going to go for organization. He sees the giant. He sees he can make another giant
with a sawmill, right? A sawmill,
yep,
and another hut.
And the forest.
And he can get another giant there. And he moves his catapult up. But it's safe in the back.
He's starting to apply a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm. I think archers would be great for Meisterlampe. But,
yeah, he needs them.
He needs some type of ranged... Or to get in there and hit those catapults with his riders.
Meister's concern here is that his capital's weak.
Yeah.
And with the second giant coming in from Viking, he's going to have to deal with that somehow. So this is a pretty tough position for Meister, despite having this nice early lead. With
This is like these other games where we're like, oh, Meister has a really strong start. Viking has really difficult. And then, Viking turns it into something
he finds
useful.
A way. He makes it work. And that has been Viking's MO in these games is regardless of how difficult the position looks, he's going to find a way. And Meister's just going to spam riders here.
Okay, that's hard. He has 6 stars left.
Yeah, it looks like he's just trying to delay.
Is he going to just leave that low level city open? I'm going to put a warrior there. There's a catapult in range, so whatever he puts there, it's just going to die. He does not.
Yeah, I think Viking's problem here with these catapults is they are strong, but they aren't giving him any sieges. They aren't giving him any sieges that will hold.
Mm-hmm. But the catapults are doing a great job of keeping things at bay. Like that, if the giant moves up,
yes,
the catapults will hit it. Okay, here's an explorer. Gives Viking some nice vision.
But Viking has now captured a lot of cities. He's up to 5 cities, and he didn't take any new technologies. So he's a little bit expensive, techs are a little bit expensive for him now.
Yeah. He's
going to have to find a way to pivot, because his attack on the capital is strong, but Meister might be able to just defend here. Meister might be able to hang on to that, secure the rest of the map with his rider roads, and try to close the game out from there.
He moves a catapult
gosh.
up, gets another catapult.
There is a bridge idea.
Oh.
Is now a bridge idea available for Meister.
Bridge. Where? Okay, tell me more. This little square?
To kill this catapult that just moved up.
Oh, up here.
He could get a bridge. But I think it might be a little too expensive for him now. He wants to play on the cheap. He doesn't want to have to give anything away. Also, I want to note, Viking just got vision of Meister's city that has the rider in it. And that means that now Viking can lock down production in that city with the catapult.
Exactly. Now that catapult in the north can hit whatever, because he didn't have vision before, now he does. That's right. Those catapults. Okay, yay! Archers for Meisterlampe. I like that. I really wanted that. So
archers are so good here.
They can hit the giant, and also he has... Wait, does Meister have roads? No.
He doesn't have roads yet. No roads yet.
Hopefully soon. But in the past, you know, we've seen this with Meister where he delays getting trade, right? I think in all of this games we've watched, we're like, trade would be great, and he doesn't. He waits.
I think trade here might be a little too greedy. He just needs to defend this attack on his capital. And Viking is going to make that really difficult here. The catapults are getting value now. I think Viking is going to be able to get a nice catapult push here as well in his capital.
So many
Vara says he's liking Viking's position here.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, what a turnaround.
Yes.
And there is the catapult push coming out.
To hit the giant, right? Let's see.
I think he's going to be hitting the... he's going to get the free kill on the rider here.
Okay. Dang. Like you said, so much value for these catapults. How many kills do they have? 2 out of 3.
So we've got...
Oh my gosh.
Got a 2 out of 3. And that could become a problem.
Yeah?
Viking is working around the clock to flip this game to make it a winning position.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is what Viking does. Again, you give it... So many people complain about having bad spawns, and it's like, you know what? Even if you have a suboptimal spawn, the best players know how to use what they're given and really do well.
Yeah. And here we're seeing that being playing out in all its glory. Viking might be able to take home this game.
Wow.
He might be able to turn this into a winning position.
Wow.
Bar thinks Viking has a super easy defense here. So now the question becomes, because of Meister's expansion, can he secure the remaining villages on the map? Because if he can, he'll be able to play at a huge village advantage. Bar is saying Meister has no late game here. I think we might end up seeing trade later.
And remind us, right? If Viking wins this, that's it. Viking wins the prize.
It's over. The series is over. This is a game that Meister cannot afford to lose if he wants to take home the trophy.
$500. That's a good chunk of change.
$500 on the line.
Okay, here we're seeing the giant. You talked about that before with the sawmill. Yep. Ugh, this is putting pressure on Zabasi's capital. Dang.
And now the giant comes forward. Star Ruin for Meister to start the turn. That's not a bad start.
That's great, but how's he going to use it? Is he going to go for trade now? Is he going to go for... He needs roads, right? That's his first step.
Yeah, now roads is the priority.
Yeah.
And the archers are very helpful here. Now he's going to take a quick warrior kill here. Going to kill 2 warriors here, looking to just open up space. Right? Those warriors are providing a lot of zone of control. Now the riders can come back.
The catapults are all placed in a very secure way in the back, and he needs a way to get in there and access them.
Yeah, but for the moment,
He
he's
can't.
definitely surviving here.
Yeah. He's just got to... But again, he has 30 stars to work with.
I think we might see Meister both A, prepare for the unsiege, get some more archers, but B, just save up. And you've got a position where if you can get things moving, if you can get to the late game, the position doesn't look too bad. You have some giants coming out with construction.
He's going to have his
riders,
capital sieged. I mean, he left the capital open. He has enough riders and archers to take care of it, but...
The warriors are stepping into the position. Kills across the board for Viking, and they're free. These catapults are doing a fantastic job of just denying.
So interesting, the Barter giant chose not to siege the capital, killed the giant instead, which makes sense, because he knew he couldn't hold the capital. Yeah, the catapults are really key. Like, Barter is making so much use of those catapults. Zibasi has to find a way.
Now riding. Now we might see roads and trade. We're Viking here.
Yes. Or a knight. Oof.
Yeah, the knights were called from Yukizo.
I love this chat. Thanks, Yukiso and Bara. You guys are great.
Now the question becomes, is this Meister's last game in the series? Or will he find a way out?
It isn't over yet.
Well so far.
It isn't over, but really, this is a tough spot now for Zibasi. All those catapults.
It is.
Okay, roads coming out. Oh, a bridge.
Yep, the archer's going to kill the warrior. He's going to try to pick up that village.
That was an expensive play, though.
Expensive, indeed. Now he's going to connect everything together. Maybe he's going to set up for the giant pop. There's the windmill coming down. Save some stars. Don't have to burn there.
But this is so hard because having those two cities in the northwest be in lockdown, he can't make any units there. He can't really invest in them.
There aren't any immediate sieges here for Viking. So at this point, Meister has the option to try to get a workshop if he wants to continue to grow his stars per turn.
He could even
his position is hanging on by a thread.
He can connect with a road if he wants.
Yeah.
Add a population to the capital.
I like that.
No, he's just going to wait. Okay. Or you can do it with the fish.
I think he's playing for Grand Bazaar.
Okay.
I think we're going to try to see Meister go for Grand Bazaar here.
Yeah.
Gate of Power comes down. 5 stars back. The eco's going up. This is one thing that Meister was lacking. He was lacking development. And now we're going to see roads, I think. Roads from Viking. Is this the sledgehammer to open up the position? 1, 2, 3 roads.
Yeah.
Kicks him off the village.
Yeah.
Steps on the ruin.
Denies the village, steps on the ruin. He can also road his other units up. He only has 5 stars left, but that's a big move to really take more territory, right? Because that was almost Barter's problem in the beginning. He was stuck in the north. But he's walked around the northwest, and now he has access to territory that Meisterlampe doesn't.
Yeah, he made it all the way around the map, and now he's out expanding Zibasi. Zibasi's getting hemmed into the center area. Meister's hope at this point is like maybe he can still sneak around. He has units that are sneaking around the southeast side. So if he can get there, then he might be able to continue to pick up villages, and they might end up fighting over those villages in the southwest side. But if that doesn't happen, Viking is just going to pick up all of those cities, and then it's going to be the great pincer Viking on the southwest and the northeast pushing into the center.
Pincer is right. Coming at him from both sides. This looks really good for Viking. Oh, wow.
Yeah, this looks fantastic. He's made all the right decisions thus far, and Meister has slipped up just a little bit.
He has 0 stars left. He's positioning his catapults. He wants to leave
This
at
has
least
been a masterclass.
some in range to kill any units. A masterclass? Well, both of these guys really are such high level. Both of them really. Okay.
If you guys want to improve,
go ahead.
Watch these games. I mean, these are just amazing games.
My favorite has to be that Houdini. That was so fun.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
That was a fantastic
We rarely get to see Houdinis at this level. We see bluffs. We see Houdini bluffs, but to see it pulled off is like, wow. Those are fun.
Oftentimes, even before it happens, the player resigns, but Meister, he fully committed to that attack, and the Houdini was there for Viking. Did not make it easy. But Meister, 27 stars. He has roads now. He can go into trade. This is Meister's moment to make something happen.
But he doesn't have really like any overlapping. I mean, he can burn a forest and place one market and then another market, but it's not like, I don't know, there's not like really fantastic market spots.
They're not exciting. They're absolutely not exciting market spots.
Okay, coming in with the archers.
So he's going to have to make do with what he has.
He can hit with the riders and bounce away. But the main problem is the looming giant and the catapult. Putting down a road.
I think he's going for the siege. I think he's going for the siege this turn.
Because he has the rider, the 10 hit point rider. Can it reach?
He's getting aggressive.
Okay.
The warrior is going to go in. And he's doing a good job here of just kind of overwhelming Vikings defense a little bit. And now he's going to go get a giant.
So he lost a market spot.
I like this a lot.
He gave up the market spot.
He lost the market spot. But maybe he's going to go for a border growth later to get more markets.
In that level, in the very small city. Yeah. But that's going to take a long time. Or the middle one. Oh, I see the other one can do where the bridge is.
Yeah.
But no markets anytime soon. No. All right, what's Viking going to get from the ruin?
No, sir. This ruin could be game-changing for Viking, who's starting this turn with 19 stars. He needs something good here. Stars would be fantastic.
No, he doesn't.
A trade ruin would be amazing.
He doesn't need anything good. He could get garbage and he'd still be fine.
I think Meister's still going to keep him honest here. Rhodes coming out. Rhodes into the riders. Big play.
Wow.
He's going to take out another archer.
I find it so interesting that he's not getting the ruin first, because you clear out the fog. I mean, unless he wants an explorer. But if you get the ruin first, that gives you more like options of what you can do. I always try to get the ruin first.
If Viking doesn't clear the fog, it'd be a huge mistake. Huge mistake if he doesn't clear the fog. Because he could get an explorer here, and that explorer would be terrible.
Yeah. And he doesn't need an explorer to get the lighthouse in the south. There, okay.
Population clears the fog first.
Okay.
Not a bad ruin, absolutely.
Nice.
He's still a little bit poor, though. He doesn't have a lot of stars to work with. Gonna use native power to get another giant.
That was nice.
So now threats on all sides coming in. Meister's got to make something happen here, or else he's going to be dead lost.
Yes. What are Meister's options?
We'd be saying that.
I know. When it started, we thought, oh, Meister's in a really good spot. But what are Meister's options? I don't think trade is really good anymore. I don't know.
I think at this point, it's going to come down to, can Meister find sort of like a Hail Mary angle? There's a good veteran rider that's gonna allow him to preserve some rider HP.
He's got that giant on his doorstep. Okay, he moves.
And now that giant's gonna come in to defend.
Yeah, moves the giant up. But again, I don't know who said this. I think it was Rats. I don't remember. Somebody said, like, if you're just playing defense in Polytopia, if you're in like a 1v1 and you're just defending, there's no path forward. You gotta find a way to go take some cities. You can't just defend.
Yeah, I think that Viking really demonstrated how even when he was on defense, he was still creating opportunities.
Ooh, an interesting port connection.
Yeah, Meister's setting up a giant. He's going to set up another giant in his capital, and he might be trying to generate an attack back onto Viking, who is running out of giants. If Viking goes for the capital siege here, Meister could... Meister resigns!
Whoa! That's it! Viking is our champion, right?
Oh my gosh.
Wow. I mean, I thought Meister was in a tough position, but wow, the resignation... Congratulations, Viking. I mean, really, well played. Well played, Viking. What a game. Viking turned it around. He did that twice now, really starting from a disadvantage and making the most of it. Well done.
Yeah, well done. Both players, just such impressive play. I have sent a message. We might get some comment on the games coming in here shortly.
Oh.
Viking says, give him a few minutes, but he's willing to hop in a voice channel to talk about the series. Let's see if Meister is also willing to do the same. I'd love to hear their thoughts. I completely missed the had a unit going around the edge there, he says. Caught me off guard, but I thought I was alone. Yeah. Just a beautiful series. I mean, both players played excellently, but I think Viking, the series would have been even if he hadn't been able to close out that game while he was playing as Luxador. That IMO versus Luxador game was really the big one where he had managed to win on the IMO side, but he had made Luxador look like it was a really hard matchup, and then he did it again on the Luxador side, so he managed to win both sides, and that's something that when we're looking at these matchups, we're thinking, one side is going to be advantaged. I mean, no two tribes in Polytopia are made equal, and in that sense, we do expect one side to be favored. And so being able to win on both sides means that you've really put yourself ahead in the series. And that was, I think, Viking's big moment. And then he managed to stay calm, stay cool, stay collected, and close it out in just 5 games.
Stay confident,
4-1 against one of the best players in the world.
I'm going to go ahead and end the Poly Champions stream, but you all can stay and interview them. But I'm going to say to all the Poly Champions viewers, thank y'all for watching. Join our Discord. There's a link in the description. And this was a lot of fun. So thank y'all, and thanks for all the people who joined in the chat. Congratulations, Viking. But PolyTitans